It's showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. Hi guys. It's showtime and it's showtime. Okay, let me see. Oh, hi guys. I'm trying to multitask over here. I'm trying to see what I can do. Oh, hi. Hi. Hey, hold on. I'm trying to. Hey, hold on. Okay, so I'm trying to see something here. So let me enter everything here and see. Okay, so okay. So this works perfectly. Yeah. It works perfectly here. No, but why am I not in full? Why am I not in full screen? I want to see myself as. Why is it not full screen? Like there are some black lines at the edge. Hello, everybody. Welcome to tonight's session. If you can hear me, like if the sound is okay, just say yes. So that I know my sound is okay. And if my video too is okay, let me know that it's okay. Blurred. Okay, hold on. I'm using autofocus. So when I come like this, it's supposed to autofocus. Hey, Ivan, good afternoon. Have you seen my new setup? See, I'm upgrading small. You guys are giving me pressure and I'm upgrading. It's supposed to be on like auto focus. So when I put something in front, it's supposed to focus on it, but it's not working. So let me just do manual focus so that okay, it's focused on me now. So so I've disabled it now. So there will be no need for any moving. Yes, Evans, how are you doing? Is it possible you join us briefly? If yes, hold on, let me copy this and then paste it here. So if any of you can join, please join and let's have a little chat. If you can join, just join using the link so you can have a little chat. Am I still here? Okay, I'm still here. So Etonam, am I sharp now? Can you see me well now? Emmanuel Kissy, welcome. Cassie, welcome. Jim, welcome. Let me welcome everyone. Jack, hey, Jim and Jack, do you all live in the same house or something? How come you guys always come on at the same time? All right, so I think, yeah, my setup is good now. I had it on autofocus. Now I've taken autofocus off it, manual focus. So yes, we are good to go. Let me go and share the stream so we can get people coming on. Tonight we'll talk about something very simple. 1 hour and we are out of here. Just 1 hour and we'll be gone. Hold on. Where is the stream? I'm trying to share. Okay, I have it now. As I said, tonight we'll be doing just 1 hour and we'll be off. So, Cassie, you're the timekeeper. So please keep the time. Evans, are you proud of me now? Do you like the quality of my stream? If yes, let me know. I'm trying to share. Hey, am I still online? I'm the only one here. Am I still live? Or am I the only one here? It looks like my stream is frozen. It's water, nothing else. Guys, if I'm still on, let me know because I think I can't see any activity going on. Frozen over here. Okay, so we have a video which will be premiered. Oh, okay. For a moment, my video was frozen and all that. So I thought I was off. All right. Yes, Evans, you love it. Awesome. Awesome. You guys motivated me to get to this level. You motivated me to get to this level. So thank you very much for that and the support you've given me. Thank you very much. All right. So we are here. Okay, guys. So I'm posting the link again. Anyone who can join us should join. So we have some discussion. Kathy, Mati, keep me on time. Yeah, latest 9:10. We should be out of here. So let me see. I'm still sending this. Okay, it's gone. Yes. So we are going to discuss collaboration. We've discussed it here before, but there's been some development. So we are going to discuss collaborations. So the topic, this is a topic. Have your collaborations been useful? Yes. Yes, Evans, I know. 2 hours, that's okay. But for now, we don't want to overwork ourselves. So we will just, 1 hour is not enough for this show. Evans, don't worry. We'll gradually crawl back to the 1 hour threshold. But for now, we'll just be doing, we'll crawl back to the 2 hour threshold. But for now, we'll just be doing 1 hour so that we can, get things running. Then we'll get back there. Tomorrow evening, we have somebody coming on the panel all the way from Ho. He's a photographer in Ho. So tomorrow, 8 p.m., we'll have him on for at least 1 hour. So with that, we can go further to 2 hours because once we are done with him, then we'll have our 1 hour for interaction. Yeah, Gilbert, welcome. Once we are done with that, then we can move on to 2 hours. For the 1 hour is for the discussion, then the other 1 hour is for our personal things. So this is the topic. Hey, what's that? Cassie, didn't you see that the thing has have your collaborations been useful to you? Okay. Now we have this. All right. So this is what we are discussing tonight. Have your collaborations been useful to you? You know, we discussed collaboration some time ago. Tonight we want to see if those collaborations, like since then, have you done any collaborations? Have you benefited from any of them? Has any of them been beneficial to you? That's what we want to discuss. You know, whatever we discuss here has to be meaningful. You get it? We don't just treat the topic and then just run away from it. So tonight, I want to find out. Please, I was just about to prompt you. Cassie, prompt me on what the time or something. As for the time, I know you're the timekeeper, so just prompt me. Once we've done 1 hour, prompt me why. Yeah, so we want to find out the things we discussed about collaboration. Have you implemented them? Have they been useful to you, or you're still at the same the same old points? Let's hear from you. So if you want to be added, just let me know so that I can add you. I'm posting the link again. Okay. All right, I saw it myself. You waited for me to see it myself, and nice, well done. So you can join using the link that I've posted, and we'll move on with the discussion. I don't want to be the only person here, so I hope I'm not frozen. Okay, I'm not frozen. So I posted the link. Please, if you can join, just tap on it and then join so that we'll discuss. We are discussing collaborations, because what I've noticed now is most of the other creatives, the makeup artists and the models, are taking advantage of the photographers, especially because now, especially if you have a smaller page, let's say if you're now starting up and you hit a model up, first thing they tell you is they don't do free shoots. They charge for their shoots. So I'm like, okay, so if a model looks at your following because you don't have many followers and they say they are now charging you for shooting with you as a photographer, what do you think you should do? Should you continue doing this under collaboration, or should you also go one step ahead and say, Charlie, yeah, Stella, Charlie needs setup, Now we move. We've upgraded. Yeah, now I have my light coming from this side, my camera right in front of me like that. And, life is good. Yeah, life is good. So, yeah, this is the link. If you can join me, please join, and then let's have this discussion quickly. 1 hour, and we are gone. So now the thing is, most of the models, whether upcoming or not, if you contact them and you are not maybe up to their level, they tell you they don't do free shoots. You have to pay them. Some even go ahead to quote prices. So we as photographers, don't you think there is need for us to come together and also say, okay, fine. If a model hits us up for a shoot, we should also give them prices. I mean, there's nothing more like collaboration. If you want us to shoot, I give you a price. If you can afford it, you pay, we shoot. If you can't, you go. That way, the photographers get paid by models and makeup artists. And then if a photographer also needs a model, we also pay them. You get it? When they are paying us, we also get money to pay them. But we are always saying, oh, collabo. And, when we need them, then they start telling us, oh, you have to pay for my TNT. I mean, I don't see it the other way. I don't see photographers telling makeup artists or models to pay for their TNT and food anytime they collabo. But we have makeup artists always requesting for TNT and food. When a photographer says, let's do collabo. When a photographer hits a model up, I have this idea, let's shoot it. First, the model can decide to say, I don't do this kind of shoot. First of all, the photographer doesn't even say, I don't do this. Any idea they bring, the photographer sees it as a challenge. If it's not the photographer's core thing that they do, they take it as a challenge and then do it for them. But then it doesn't happen like that on the other side. When the photographer needs these people and they get contacted, first thing they say, I don't shoot free anymore, or I don't shoot free, or you need to settle my transportation and my food. But photographers don't demand for such things. So don't you think it's high time for photographers to also, come together and say, well, now this is what we are going to do. If a model hits us up for a shoot in the name of collabo, we are going to charge them. You get it? If a makeup artist comes, so let's do bridal collabo, bridal inspiration. You should also charge them because it's your service. So guys, you can join the live stream. If I'm breaking, let me know because I'm streaming with this laptop, but I don't want my face to be like this, facing here and then sideways here. So I'm following it on my MacBook so that I can face you guys. So and then it keeps freezing over here. So if you guys notice any freezing, let me know. If sound or anything goes off, let me know. But then I'm posting the link again. Join me so that we have this discussion. I don't want to be the only one here. It's a very serious topic. I want us to be collective. Let's come together and decide so that, hey, Vernon, what's up? How are you doing? Hey, Mick is in the building. Yo, Mick, it's working, man. See, my setup has changed. So yeah, thanks to you, Mick. Now, you guys can see me in real HD. If StreamYard could support 1080p, I would have been in 1080, but they can support just up to 720. Okay, all right. Yo, Rick, what's up? Thanks, man. Thank you. Oh, so you guys have, I've bombarded you with my work setup for long, and now you guys are enjoying my new setup. Yeah, don't worry, I'll do more. Yeah, in the coming days, I'll do more. Hey, John Moore, you've been missed, man. John Moore, you've been missed. We miss you a lot. I know you don't miss the live shoot because those are during the day. Yes, I understand the timing and all that. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, thank you very much. I have 95 of your people in Barbados. Wow, 95 of Ghanaians in Barbados. That's sweet, man. That's sweet. By the way, what are they doing there? What are they doing there? Oh, Mick, StreamYard Pro is now 1080p. Wow, I'll check it out. I don't know, but I'm using the paid version, so they should give me 1080 because I'm using the paid version. I don't know how come they didn't give me that option to do 1080p. All right, Mick is here. Let me accept Mick. Oh, Mick has vanished. Okay, Mick has vanished. So when he comes back, Mick, please send in your request again. Eh? Oh, okay. I'll check it because when I started, I was trying to go 1080, but I realized it was still on 720. So I'll try it again. Okay, Mick. All right, I have your request now. Let me add you. Hey, the whole squad is here. Oh. Evans is also here.
Up? Hey, Evans.
The whole squad is here.
Yeah. So I actually just got an email about the 1080p like 2 days ago. So
Oh, okay, okay. Because Charlie, look, Nick, I like your background. See how blurred your background is. Hold on, let
thank you,
me
thank you.
make it this way.
I'm using the cheap 50, man. 51.8. Yeah.
Hold on,
So
let me
I
check.
think the Open Shadows team decided to crash your stream this afternoon.
Yeah.
See I mean, look at the difference in the quality. Aside the camera difference, the next thing is the network. You know, the network, the difference in bandwidth. Over here, TurboNet doesn't give me more than, I think, 4 megabits per second.
Oh.
And it really sucks. Yeah, so my upload is, at the maximum I get is 4 megabits per second.
I mean, but when I watch your live streams, everything seems pretty smooth. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's the thing. You guys are making good use of the little stuff, you know.
Okay, okay. All right, Venom, you and I got hooked up, and that's good. That's good, man. That's the aim of this this place. We come together as one family beyond borders. You know, we are behind the internet, but you know, physically getting in touch with each other. Wow, Charlie, I like your gaming chair. Ivan, I see your acoustic panel. You see mine to my DIY acoustic panel.
Hey, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
It looks like some crates. Is it some crates?
Yeah,
I think he said he used egg crates.
I just
nice.
I just this is what I like though. You guys are creative, right?
Right.
I just like the creativity. It works. That's the key thing.
That's it. I should probably do the same. I don't have any here. I just bounce the echo around.
You see, you guys have Amazon, you have eBay, and you can even go to your shops physically and buy them. We don't have those things here. Like, it's very difficult coming by the acoustic panel over here, unless you order through AliExpress or on eBay. So we try to make use of what we have here.
That's it, man. It's like there are so many things that I thought I needed, and I'll order them, and they are sitting there. I've never used them, you know. So you just gotta do with what you have. Yeah.
I think one of these days we should talk about photography items that you bought that you never really used.
Exactly.
It's like a million of them.
Yes, we will. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow we have somebody on. So Thursday, that can be our discussion.
Nice. Hey, Evans, we should invite Ghananie to our live shows on.
I know. I wanted to invite him for the longest time. My only problem is the time difference, right?
Oh yeah.
Because we go live at what?
Yeah, what
7. So we go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time, which is like GMT +5, right?
Yeah.
So our 7 p.m.
Like midnight.
That's like midnight for you.
Yep.
Right.
Oh no, there's no problem. I mean, I'll just have to sleep earlier and then wake up at 11 so I can join you guys.
Yeah, that's good then. Maybe one of these days I'll host again and bring you on.
Yeah.
No problem, man. I'm in.
Okay, we'll work it out because it would be nice to have you on. We only do it on Wednesdays though. Every Wednesday at around midnight Ghana time, basically.
No problem. I'll just make that. Once I know ahead, I'll sleep during the day so I can say I won't have bulging eyes, you know, making your show. And now that at least we are on some kind of level with the video quality, I can join. Not like before that I'll just come and disgrace myself.
Don't worry, you'll be fine on our show. We have guys here that uses
exactly
webcams on their MacBooks.
Right.
So
right.
yours will be way above them.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So tonight we are looking at collaborations. We spoke about collaborations with other creatives over here. So tonight I want to find out from you guys and everybody else. Have you engaged in any creative collaboration? Has it been helpful to you? Has it been useful, or is it the other way around? Did the other person or the other people involved, did they rather gain from it and you did not gain anything? So that's what I want to find out.
Yeah. I think for every collaboration, you should go into the collaboration with a plan. Like, first of all, if somebody is not on social media and they don't like to post pictures and stuff like that, you don't do a free shoot for that person unless you are just gifting it, and that is not a collaboration. So if they want a free shoot, make sure they are active on social media, make sure they agree to tag you, and so that you not do it for free. That way you gain something from it.
Okay, that's short and straight to the point.
Yeah. Same thing. Like collaboration is supposed to be mutually beneficial, right? So if I have, like, let's say a hairstylist contacts me and says, "Oh, I want to do a collaboration," but this hairstylist doesn't really have a following, doesn't really post that often. Usually for me, if you contact me about a collaboration, I'm going to check your media profiles and see how often you post, how well you tag people that you've worked with in the past, that kind of stuff. And if I feel like you're someone who can, it doesn't have to be much, but someone that can give me a little bit of more of a, let's say, an exposure of some sort of value, then yeah, I'll be interested in doing it. Otherwise, no. The good thing here is that, see, I don't know about Ghana, but over here, the models actually are willing to pay to have their portfolios done, right? So,
unfortunately, it's not a time,
yeah, that may be the only difference, right? But here, if a model contacts me directly, unless I'm interested in doing a collaboration, you're paying me to help you build your portfolio.
That's right, something I want us here to build, because over here, when models need pictures, first thing that comes to their mind is hit this photographer app and say, let's do a collabo. You see, so we photographers end up not getting paid by models, and the makeup artists are also doing the same thing. Let's say a makeup artist who now thinks she's okay to start doing bridal makeup will hit up a photographer and say, let's do a bridal inspiration shoot. So she uses that shoot, the pictures that she gets from that shoot, to market herself as a bridal makeup artist. You get,
yeah.
So instead of paying you for that, she's using you to build her portfolio. But then now, when she builds that portfolio and you contact her, let's do this,
she charge you.
You have to pay me. The least, even if you don't pay, they will ask for transportation and then feeding. But in your case, when they were coming to you and all that, you never asked for that. So I want us photographers to also come up with something uniform that, okay, if you hit us up for a collabo, this is what we will also demand. So that we will speak with one voice.
So
right. So go ahead, Mix.
Okay. So I just moved from Pennsylvania to Texas, right? It's been about a month now. So when I came, I just, of course, Facebook groups and stuff, trying to find some work and put myself out there. So I did a couple of headshots, and I charged, and I gave out 5 pictures. Can you believe that? Not one, but 3 photographers contacted me and say, "Oh, we don't do that here." It's like charge them, give them maximum 2 for each extra picture. Let them pay at least $50. So if you're gonna charge like $250 for the headshot, give them 2 pictures, and then for every single picture. Because after I gave 5, the word went around, and I booked about 8 shoots within that week. And now it's like the photographers have like attacked me.
I like the unity. Yes, I like the unity that they realize that, okay, this guy is new in town. He doesn't know what's going on. So let's talk to him. I like that. The fact that they got in touch with you to let you know that this is how it's done in this time. And I like the approach. I like the whole thing. Like, so now you all talk with one voice.
Exactly. Yeah. And then if you are too low to, they will let you know you are too low. It's like, you gotta come
and
up.
that's the thing that needs to happen, right? If photographers are communicating with each other, we are not seeing each other as competition, right? But rather seeing ourselves as people in the same industry that can help the industry grow. Then you'll be able to get to that point where people will be able to help each other grow and adjust in terms of pricing and some of these stuff, right? Because, for example, if someone contacts you for the bridal shoot example that you just did, I'm fine doing that as long as I'm kind of driving that shoot, right? But at the beginning, remember a couple of months ago, I think we spoke on this on your channel here. You had a session about, I think it was when you had the lawyer in here, where she talked about the contracts and everything. Even for a collaboration, you still need to put something like that together. It doesn't have to be a formal contract that everybody have to sign. It could just be a chat on WhatsApp, but there needs to be that agreement right from the beginning that, hey, we're coming to do a collaboration. You're coming in with your stuff to gain for yourself. I'm coming in to gain for myself. I'm not responsible for paying you anything other than from the pictures you get. You're not responsible for paying me anything apart from the image or the content that I get. So without that understanding, you're not going to come to me on the day of the shoot and tell me, oh, you need to pay for my transport back, because you know what I mean. I think sometimes the communication from us photographers, we don't give that sort of, even if it's a verbal contract, we don't go that deep. We just say, okay, I want to shoot, so come over, let's shoot. And then when they come, it becomes a problem because they come with their own demands, right? But let them know right from the go that this is a collaboration. The difference between a collaboration and a paid job is that no exchange of money. You are just getting, over here we call it a time for print. So it's a time for print shoot. You come in for, what you're getting is just the print. In this case, digital copies. That's it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, what you both have said, outside there is a, excuse me, there is the understanding. Models understand that this is a photographer. That's his business. Clients and then makeup artists also understand that the same way I'm a makeup artist and I want to be respected, this guy is also a photographer and needs, I think my video is frozen. I think my battery is dead. I need to switch it. I'm frozen, right? But my sound is
you're frozen.
working.
Your sound is great.
You know what? Evans has been making fun of Nikons, so I've been fighting with him all the time.
No, it's just that my battery has died and I need to change it. That's the only reason.
Mine will probably die.
Yeah, that's only a Nikon problem,
Hey, B&H has the.
No, but Canon has the problem.
Oh, I think so. We Sony boys don't have that problem.
Oh,
you guys need to keep quiet.
Sony, but you charge Sony as it goes.
Yep. All you do is plug in your USB and it's consistently charging.
Okay, I think Fuji also has the USB charger, and then the Z50 has USB charging also.
Yes,
so don't worry.
The Z5 is coming out.
The Z5.
It's already out. You can order it.
The Z5. I always confuse those two.
It's okay. I will make fun of you, Ghananie. It's only a mix that I make fun of,
And the thing also is that we have the dummy.
The dummy battery. Yeah.
Yes, it's about I think it's almost 100 cedis on AliExpress. So I'll place an order. Then Evans, you won't have anything to laugh at.
I should probably have to do this.
Every time we are live, it either mixed battery die halfway or something happened with the autofocus. That's why I say it's a Nikon problem.
Okay, my autofocus, I've locked it. Because I won't be moving that much. So I just used the autofocus once it got in, and I realized this is where I'm going to be.
So you stay right there. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, but hey, so when you said, I remember you said you were going to get a Z6. So when you get it, you just use the facial tracking, so you can go back and forth, and it's tracking the face. So yes. So Salah is saying that model agencies in Ghana don't function well. Yes, and that is true. Cassie, don't be offended. It's the real truth
I've always discussed this with you. I've told you that I always ask myself, what do agencies teach their models in Ghana? Like, agencies don't go looking for work for their models. They don't groom them. They don't give them any, like, they just, they are just, okay, I belong to this agency, and that's it. It's like a name tag. You tag yourself to an agency, and that's it. Because most agencies don't even have photographers they work with. You're just part of the agency. The models go out, do their own shoots. Now the agency, I've had situations where I had shoots with like models, knowing very well that they are freelance models. The next moment they tell me my agency wants to use the picture, so they want you to send the pictures without the photographer's logo on, so the agency can put their logo on the pictures. I'm like, have you heard of that thing before? The agency never paid me to do that shoot. Now you want me to send you the untagged picture, so the agency puts their own logo on as if they paid me for that. I'm like, no, it's not done anywhere.
And that's exactly what I was alluding to in the beginning when we were talking about the collaboration with models. Because for my personal use, I have a contract for models. So I have one of those that the model will have to sign. And basically what I state in there is that the pictures are for your personal use. If a model wants to use those pictures to send or to submit to an agency, that's not a collaboration. I'm charging you for those because that's a portfolio shoot, right? So whenever I do an FTP shoot, I have a contract with the models that says you're allowed to use this on your social media platforms for your self-promotion. And I specifically mentions agencies because I know a lot of people have tried to do that, where they come to you for collaboration and they take that and send it off to agencies. If you want to take any shoots I do with you to an agency, that has to be a paid shoot, not a collaboration at all, right? So it all comes down to, like I said, laying down the groundwork and the foundation whilst you are discussing that collaboration, and if possible, having a contract signed with them.
That's true. So, Stella, I don't know if you're busy at the moment, but if you can join us, just use the link to join us. For me, I've always bashed agencies. Cassie knows. She runs an agency, and I've always been on their heels. I'm like, agencies in Ghana are not helping their models at all. I mean, it hardly should a model go do a shoot outside. The agency should fix all that. Even if she wants to shoot with a particular photographer, she has to tell the agency. Then the agency will have one person who deals with all those things. Evans, is that not how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, from what I've seen here, that's how it is. Some of the agencies also allows models to go out and do their own shoots over here. However, in that scenario, you're not doing the shoot for the agency. If the agency wants to use those shoots, they still need permission from the photographer.
Okay, so Cassie, you've heard what we are all saying. Most agents, Stella works with agencies most of the time, so he knows about it. Me, from the beginning, the way they started behaving, I told myself I would prefer working with freelance models instead of agencies, because the agencies will want to use you, like they would want to use you all the time without paying you. At the end of the day, you do the shoot, they want their logo on, because the thing is, if the agency's logo is on it, the world sees it as what they paid for the shoot and they are professional. Most agencies don't have like a photographer attached to the agency. All their shoots, you never see them do like 2 continuous shoots with the same photographer. It's always different people, because one, they don't invest in photography for their agency. 2, I would say it might sound harsh, but they don't respect photographers. They see that, oh, well, we need this person for this, let's just go the crooked way, let's do collabo. I mean, how can an agency ask for collabo from a photographer? I mean, it doesn't really sound, it's like you're a car dealer and then you go tell a tire dealer, let's have a collabo. I mean, you're supposed to buy tires from the tire dealer. If the tire dealer also needs a car, he comes to you and buys your car. that way we all, get paid for our service. Then we can pay for whatever we need. But a whole agency telling a photographer, let's do collabo. Then they tell you, if you need our models, just, request, and then we will give you, knowing very well that, as Evan said, it's time for print. So if you shoot their models, they are surely going to get pictures in return. But then they come tell you, you know what, do a free shoot for us. Then anytime you need models, we'll also supply you models for free. But at the end of the day, who loses? The photographer loses. Because you end up doing double work for free.
Yeah. So in terms of collaborating with agencies, I've only done it once, and I will never do it again.
So okay, Ivan, Kathy was asking a question. What if the agency approaches you for a collaboration?
I would say no. No, because of a past experience, right? I had a fellow Ghanaian who started a small agency, right? And so at the beginning, we did a collaboration shoot. Technically, right? He had a few models in, we rented some space and did a shoot. But in the end, I realized that it was not beneficial to me, right? And the reason why I will not do that, because as the agency, your job basically is to have what we call a photographer on retainer, right? So if you're running an agency, you should always have a photographer on your retainer, in the sense that, yes, for intake, the models are supposed to provide their own portfolio shoots just for the intake. And so for the beginning, what happens is that most of the beginning photographers who want to get into agency will come to you and says, I need to build a portfolio for agency. How much you're going to charge me to do that shoot? I'll do that shoot perfectly well. But once that model gets accepted into the agency, it's the agency's job to coordinate and collaborate for all of them in terms of the photography. But if you come to me as an agency for a collaboration, what am I gaining from you, right? You can tell me I'll give you models for free, but even that, I will only do it if, for example, maybe I need content for my YouTube channel. Like I want to do some lens reviews and stuff, and I need models that and I can't find anybody, then I'll do it. But even that, right now, I have built relationship to the point that I know models that I can call on, and they will come for free and do a time for print shoot with me, and I can do my lens review. So what is it that you agency is going to offer me that I cannot get from a freelance person? Well, unless you're putting me on your retainer, right? That you are now our official agency photographer, then I'm interested. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, and the thing about agencies is that you don't have creative control over the shoot, and you have a style, but they have certain shots that they want. They might want a close up, 3/4, full body, this, and they have their own style of makeup. For me, if I lose creative control over a shoot, then I need to be paid for that shoot, because I might not post any of those pictures.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like you are giving away your freedom, right? You're giving away your creative freedom. They're gonna come in and have an artistic director. They have their own concept. So that concept may not be something that fits in with my line of work. So I can't really, benefit from it.
Okay, so guys, you're hearing from different parts of the world. I'm in Ghana. Evans is in Canada, and Mick is in Texas. So if we are all saying the same thing, then you should know that it's a universal thing. It's happening. Just that outside there is much more, there is better respect for creatives than over here. Over here, Charlie, for someone to even look at you, the photographer, and I know certain clients who pay makeup artists more than they will pay the photographer, which is true. Certain shoots, certain commercial shoots, the clients will prefer paying the model higher and give the model some kind of respect higher than the photographer, which shouldn't be like that. In the worst case scenario, we should all be at the same level. I'm not even trying to say we are much more important, but at the end of the day, whose work is going to be on the billboard or whose work is going to be out there for people to see? It's the photographer. If you mess up, everything is messed up. I mean, after the shoot, you have to retouch the face, the makeup isn't straight, do that, do this, the color wasn't this, do that, and all that. Your work continues until you deliver. Meanwhile, the makeup artist, the work ends there. The model's work ends right after the shoot.
Right there. Yep.
You will continue working. Before the shoot, you were creating, concepts in your head, how you're going to get everything done. The day of the shoot, you were there. After the shoot, you're still going to be working to deliver until you deliver to the client and they are okay. Your work hasn't ended. So why should you rather be the one being disrespected? So let's speak with one voice. Charlie, let's get them to know that our job is very, very important and we need a peace of mind. Especially the fact that after a collabo, 2 days after, they start asking, where are the pictures? Where are the pictures?
So because you know what, like I said to Mix and the guys the other day on our show, personally, I stopped doing a lot of free shoots, and that's mainly not because I have the clients, but like I said, for me personally, I still work my full-time job. Photography has become more of a part-time income for me. And so I have the freedom to reject what I don't want and take on the jobs that I only want, right? But what I do most of the time is this. I have relationship with a lot of models that I've worked with over the past. And for some of them, yes, I will do, whenever I want to do free shoots, those are the models that I will contact first. Because I know them and I've worked with them a lot of times, right? I've made money off them to the point that I feel like, okay, now they have become friends, basically. So if they come in and they need something done, yeah, those kind of people, I will work with them and I will contact them whenever I also need to do an FTP shoot. But outside of that, I'm stopping free shoots because of the fact that most people don't value the services anymore because they're getting it for free. If they have to pay for it,
that's true.
They value it, right? And that's how sometimes it has become. Is like some of us, I know we always have to put up, especially for us who do YouTubes and we do the behind the scenes and stuff like that. Sometimes we are pressured to put out the content that we take the content, and that's still fine because the one way or the other, you're still making money off the content, right? So for something like that, yeah, I will consider doing, but it has to be like something that is, I mean, for me, is going to be beneficial. And I know Model Hub's gonna feels attacked today, but it's not specifically targeted at you, right? For me personally, my advice to you is that you can make the difference in Ghana, right?
Exactly.
You can start to make changes that will make the difference. You can become the highest standard for model agencies in Ghana just by making small adjustments here and there, right? You're lucky. You're in this group. You have a lot of photographers you can connect with. Hook up with some of them and have some photographers on retainer. You know what I mean? And start doing some things a little different. We can all change the industry one little shoot at a time by making small adjustments here and there.
Actually, I like what Cassie is doing. You know, she bought a couple of soft boxes, and then she's thinking of buying even a camera body for the agency. So with that, they just call a photographer. Anytime they have a shoot, she has her studio, everything. So the photographer just comes in, does the shoot, and then leaves. They will have their in-house retoucher who retouches according to their taste. So something like that is the whole difference. So it's no more like this photographer shoots and then retouches the way he likes, which the agency doesn't like. So now you have a working environment. Okay, I'm hiring you to come do the shoot for me. How much are you charging? You take your money, you go. And then they have a retoucher who is in-house, who does the retouching according to the agency's taste. I think that's okay. Kathy says she has a photographer on retainer. So that's fine. Kathy, you're making the difference. Congratulations. Talk to your colleagues, talk to your other agencies. I'm thinking of bringing up other agencies here so we can have a discussion. For all you know, they might have problems with certain photographers that's making them also behave like that. Because I prefer if we hear from all those involved instead of just photographers, lamenting. So I will try and then bring some agencies on so we can hear from them also and find out why they behave, how they behave. Because some of the models tell me I'm from this agency and I'm like, wait, even me, I can train somebody to be better than what the agency is training you to do. Like, there's no courtesy, there is no self-care, there's no skincare routine. They come and you're on a shoot and a model tells you, well, I don't have poses. You need to give me poses. How? What's that? And you claim to be with an agency and you're telling me you don't have poses. Meanwhile, it's a shoot we spoke about a couple of times before you even came. So that phrase alone, oh, you should give me poses. I don't have poses. I don't know what to do. Tell me what to do. I'm like,
I hate that sentence.
And my main problem is the skincare. Most of them don't have any clue about skincare because to them, you're a photographer, so you edit it. So they can come with rashes.
That shouldn't be the approach.
Red eyes. You mean? You see,
especially dry skin is hard to edit. Dry skin.
Exactly. And our people have no moisturizer. They don't keep. I know these whites because of the weather and all that. When let's say it's snowing and they are going for a shoot, they carry moisturizer in their bag. I am yet to come by a model in Ghana who comes with a moisturizer in her bag in case the place gets too cold, so she can put it on. Never. It's always, oh, don't you have baby oil? And luckily, me, I have my Nkuto that I've been using, so that's fine. But it's because of experience. That's how come I decided to get my own shea butter, so that when you come, I tell you use it. So you don't tell me I don't have. You can come for a shoot with dry skin. We have an off-shoulder shoot, let's say headshot, and you come wearing a tight bra, which leaves marks on your skin. And when it's time to do, I'm like, you want to give me extra work? You see? So let me go over some of the comments so they don't feel left out. Okay, Qnick, I've always found it a problem mentioning your name. I think one time you corrected me, but I have never been able to mention this. Therefore, I need to get up at 4 a.m. So I have to say bye-bye. Okay. Good night, my brother. We'll meet again. Yeah? Okay. Salah says, KFC Streetwise, and I'm yours. Salah, that's all you want for a model handle. Okay, so Cassie, Salah says just buy him KFC Streetwise and he'll be your agency model. Okay, so when I started, I contacted this makeup artist. She didn't live far away from my neighborhood. So I told her, oh, let's work together. We are all started. Let me be your photographer. You also be my makeup artist. So when I have ideas, I call you, we do. And you also have ideas, you call me, we do it. Then we'll be sharing the images and then promoting ourselves. She went point blank and told me it would be a waste of her product. So in other words, she was telling me to pay her. Even though we were all starting up, she wanted me to pay her. I was like, wow. So because of that, anytime I planned a creative shoot, I preferred doing it with somebody who could do her own makeup. Because it was very, very discouraging. All the makeup artists, especially when you start up, they tell you, I can't shoot with you because they know they won't benefit from it. If you post it, and even if you tag them, they have more followers than you. So They don't book you. Now, 3 years fast forward, she's still at that same level because she didn't grow up. I grew up and left her. Now she comes to me, let's shoot. I remind her, do you remember what you told me so and so ago? Okay, so these are my charges. And now she pays me for me to do her shoot for her.
That is how it is.
most people don't understand the fact that at the beginning you need to invest time, you invest money to grow, right? So for me, like I said, even though right now I don't do a lot of FTP shoots, when I first started, I did that a lot because nobody knew about it. Nobody, you know what I mean? You don't have no portfolio. And so you got to shoot and get yourself out there. So even if it meant taking a loss and getting yourself out there, I would do it. But it gets to a certain point where you have to now start balancing making an income from doing a lot of the free shoots.
Yeah, as for the free shoots, it's like there's time for those. Like when you are growing, when you are at a stage where you yourself, you know that your schedule is not booked, you are growing, you need to do a lot more to put yourself out there. If you move to a new area where nobody knows you,
Yeah,
you have to do a lot to put yourself out there. But when you get to a point that you yourself, you look at the schedule and you see that it's booked, I mean, if it's too booked, you have to start raising your prices so that you do less work for more money. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's just
I think Catalyst is the one who has been talking about, quality over quantity. That it gets to a point where you need to now think of quality instead of quantity. So you can shoot one shoot in a month and make as much as somebody who is shooting 10 in the same month.
Yep.
Okay. Please says most people lack the knowledge of investing in the beginning because they want to gain ASAP. Yeah, when they lose. Yeah. That's what most of them think. They look at what they will gain. The first time we discussed collaboration, I think Catalyst was very clear on that most people go in for the gains that they will make. They forget about you, the other person. So you should also be able to bargain in a way to favor you. Because the collaboration is that, okay, I might see something good in this model, and I know when I shoot her and post, it's going to get me this kind of traction. She should also see something good in me that's going to help her. Same way, if there is a stylist or a makeup artist, they should all see something in each of us to make them want to collaborate with us. Now, most of photographers, just in the name of content, we forget that, some of these people have nothing good to offer. Some of them, even after the agreement, they post without even tagging you, or they tag you in one picture. The rest, they don't even say anything about it. They don't even recommend you. They don't do anything for you. But me, for instance, any picture I post, whether I post that same picture 5 times or not, I'll credit the people in all the number of times that I post it. But the other creatives that we collaborate with don't do the same thing. Most of them post in their stories and all that without even crediting you. So let's, hey, Catalyst is here. Catalyst, finally, we've been asking of you. Now you're here, so you can join us.
Ghananie, it looks like somebody has a question for me. Wisdom.
Okay, so let me take the questions one by one. So now we have this from Zoom Photography. It says, I'm having same problem with these makeup artists. I got one and she wants to control my editing style. So Evans, I think you were talking about that one that I think it was
when you give up
talking about them.
Yeah.
Yes, they take control over your creative thinking. Okay, so in such a situation, as Zoom is saying, Catalyst, you're welcome.
Thank you, bro.
So you can just join in. I want us to handle some of the comments. So let's handle the one from Zoom Photography. He says that he's in the same situation where he's had a discussion with a makeup artist, and now she's controlling his editing style. So the makeup artist tells you, well, I want my colors, over here we say gone, as in we want it vivid. Go maybe double the color, the same thing, but make it. Meanwhile, that's not you, the photographer, your style. So in such a situation, how can he handle it? What should he do? Should he just break ties with the person or stand his ground and then use his own editing style? Any of you can pick it up.
I'll say he should stand his ground. It's at the end of the day, it's still your work. So for me, there's only so much editing I do, and I like to keep it looking a little bit natural and not completely smooth. And if they want me to liquefy certain body parts to an extent that I feel that the image just right off the bat, it looks like it's been touched. I wouldn't do that. So at the end of the day, it's you and your brand and what you stand for. But if you just want to chase the money blindly, you can do what they ask if they are paying and ask them not to tag you. That's the other option.
Yep. Personally, do the same thing. Like,
But in this case, she's not paying.
Oh, she's not paying. Then
yeah,
you
she's not
shouldn't
paying.
do it.
Stick to your style. At the end of the day, you're the creative, right? You're the one going in there to create and put your name on it. So if at the end of the day you're going to post a picture, tag me in it, that is not going to be my style. That's not really going to be something that I'm happy with. I'm not going to do it. Keep whatever exposure you're going to give me. I'm not doing it, right? Because brand is very important. Your branding and how people perceive you is very important. So if you have a specific brand that you want to be known for, then your goal is to push that brand. If I have a specific edit style that I want to keep, I want to keep that my editing style. If you want me to shoot a different style for you, I don't mind. Pay me. I'll come do the shoot for you, right? That way you can then tell me however you want it. As long as you're paying me for it and I've charged you for it and I know that this is what you're asking for as a client, I'll give it to you. But yeah, it's not something I'm going to post on my profile at all. But if it's a collaboration that you're not paying for me for my time and we all have to benefit from it, then I control that shoot. That's why I said no model agency can pay me enough to collaborate, because at the end of the day, they're going to come in and they're going to dictate what is going to happen, what is going to be. Their creative director is going to bring out what they call the lookbook and tell me, you got to shoot this way, you got to do this way. That way you're paying me,
Yeah.
bring me your lookbook and I'll follow it. But if it's a collaboration, don't expect none of that. It's how I edit, how I process. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I think I
That's
agree
right.
with the
Catalyst.
two of you. I agree with the two of you. But one thing we have to also know is what is the pre-contract negotiation between the two of them. Because if someone is coming to you to work as your makeup artist or to help you as a makeup artist, you guys should have that common ground. You understand? Did you pick her because you like her style, or she agreed to help you or to work with you because she likes your style, or you guys agreed on a certain style or look you were going for? Those are some of the ground rules you have to establish before you even go into an agreement with someone. Notwithstanding that, if that was not done, the whole premise is still on you. You are the author of the work. You are the photographer. So you should be able to dictate how you go about your style. If the makeup artist is there,
Okay, so you're getting breaks from Catalyst.
am I here? Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay, welcome back.
Thanks. There was a call coming through. If the make
Yeah. Oh, it came again.
and then the makeup artist is beginning to try to dictate your work for you, then it means you have probably shown enough grounds that you don't have confidence over your work. And we've seen that happen a number of times where we'll be on a shoot and then someone outside is dictating it. It means you don't have a first-hand strength over your work, or when you are working, you don't have control over what's going on there. That's one thing you should look at. If you tell the makeup artist, do this to the eyebrow, do this to the contours, you have to be firm on it. Don't let her come back to say, no, you can't do it this way. I think you should do it this way. If she's doing that on the shoot, then she's going to do that during the editing as well. And this, I'm saying it based on experience from a number of photographers, including myself. If you don't have control over the makeup artist before the shoot, during the shoot, she is going to control you after the shoot as well. So Zoom, that's one thing you have to learn. Establish what you want from her. If she is unable to do it, let her go. Because it's your work, it's what you want to do. She is just there to assist you. If it's her work and she wants to tell you what to do, then as they said, she has to be paying you. That if she pays you $1,000 that shift my stomach in or shift the cheekbone in a little bit, she's paying you for it. Just do it. Just make sure you don't put your trademark on it if you feel it doesn't resonate.
That's right. Okay, so Mick, Wisdom wants to find. Okay, so Wisdom, his name is Mick. Okay. Unfortunately, because we are protecting the question, so we won't be able to see their names. But once in a while, I'll take off the right names.
Mix is for the white people.
So my real name is Selom. Meek is the business name because
okay.
Selom. So.
Personally, I only call him Mix when the white people are around.
All right. So Selom,
yes.
Wisdom wants to know, how did you reach out to the models when you arrived in Texas?
Yes. So Wisdom. So the very first thing is I didn't wait till I got to Texas before I started making moves. So about 2 months or even 3 months before I moved to Texas, I started joining the DFW, the Dallas Fort Worth groups, photography groups, right? And then I was studying the groups, and because you can't just join a group and start posting giddy giddy, they might just kick you out. So I was watching everything, and then eventually I posted that, hey, in 1 month time I'll be in this area, and I'm trying to get my feet wet. And so if there are any models interested. So I got a couple of replies and I checked them all out, and then I reached out to a few and actually set up some shoots before I got to Texas. So after I got there, 1 week I'm packing. After the 1 week, I started shooting. And then when I did a few shoots, some of those models went back to post some of the pictures back in those groups because they are TFP groups. And the Dallas one has like about 11,000 people in there. So when she posted the pictures in there, a director contacted me that they were shooting a movie downtown Fort Worth, and they needed somebody to get stills, behind the scenes stills, but their budget was zero. So whether I wanted to do it. So I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? There are going to be actors there. There are going to be other camera guys there, and I'm new here. I don't know anybody, so it's good to go there. And I went there, and then, of course, off the bat, almost all the actors wanted headshots at once after they saw some of the work. So, I mean, so that's pretty much what I did. I did some groundwork before I got to Texas, and then it's all about the Facebook groups too. You have people there who just want pictures. Yeah.
All right. So, Wisdom, I'm sure you got that. That's one thing I like about the outside community. Every neighborhood has like a Facebook group where you can mingle and then get to know. So if you're moving to a new area, let's say for a month or even a short stay, you can find that group, post it there, and you can make acquaintances. But over here, it's hard. I know of only just one photography group, the photography group, and that's it. Like, and even there, the you know that togetherness isn't there. So okay, Zoom is thanking us for helping him. Yeah, Zoom. That's all we do here. We are here as a community. You know, every evening we come here. That's why these days I don't like to make it topical. I want us to come. You know, it's like a common room. We just sit down at the end of the day and then discuss. If you have a problem, you bring it out. I don't want us to restrict it to, let's say today we are talking about this, then other people will feel like, okay, today I can't talk about my problem. No, it's an open forum. Just to make it a bit organized, we'll be working around certain broad topics. So yes, this is what we do here. So keep coming and then let others know that.
That's one of the reasons why I love this channel. When I found it at first, right? I was fascinated. Like I grew up in Ghana. I went to high school in Ghana. Then I left and I came here. But when I started watching this channel, actually it was Meeks that recommended this channel to me. We were talking one time, says you gotta watch Ghananie, it's really good. So I started watching, and what I like here is just that togetherness, that community feeling, right? I like it, and I come in here and I see how people are in Ghana don't have majority of the resources, but the creativity and the knowledge sharing, right? And that's why I'm always here, because I love it. I like the togetherness and the connectivity that we all come in, we all share knowledge here and there, and we all grow together. That's how life should be.
That's how it's supposed to be, togetherness. So day in, day out, we try to get more people to come in, so that, I want it to get to a point where, every evening about 100 photographers just come here to just, share. That's the thing. Share knowledge. Whatever you learn, you share with other people, so that we all, get to know. Because one person alone cannot decide, okay, I'm going to change the industry. No, it's a collective effort. We all need to come together. I can't just pick a megaphone, go stand by the roadside and start preaching, pay photographers. It won't work. It has to start from us, the photographers. Once we come together and we trumpet the same message, we take the same decision, then it's going to work. So, guys, this is what we do here. And we have all these great guys who put, aside, these 2 hours of their day to come here and then share with us whatever they have. Charlie, we are really, really grateful. I think there is something else here. Okay, so Richard says, how do you construct an email to send to a company in hopes of working with them or hitting a gig? So I think this has to do with pitching to a company. Unfortunately, Catalyst went off. I'm sure he had a call. So Kata, if you're listening, I've posted the link again. So come in and then let's hear from your side. So Mick, let me go to the name that we are Salon and Evans. This is what Richard is asking. How do you he wants to know, I'm sure he wants it like in a business way. So
right.
Let's guide him how to construct an.
Okay, so first of all, no matter how well you construct an email, if your work doesn't speak for itself, as for photography, it's not gonna fly. But if you are you are into advertising and other stuff, maybe you can work your way with words. But but definitely don't come off as somebody who is going to give more to the company than receive from the company. I don't know if you understand me, but come off as somebody who will take the company to the next level. And I can't be exact as to what you should say, but look at what the company is doing, and then you can tell them that, hey, I can make you do this better. I can make this better for you. So it depends on the type of company you are trying.
Yeah. I would say same thing like Mick said, but I would say before you even attempt to email that company, do your research on that company. Get to know them more than anything else, right? You gotta know how that company operates. You gotta watch their commercials, their adverts, their photos that they posted on social media and stuff like that, so you can understand what they are doing currently. Then you can see how I can make it better. So when you pitch to them, you are pitching an improvement over their current services. Because if you're going to offer them whatever they currently have already, they're comfortable with whoever is doing that same job for them. Right? So you're going to be able to offer something more than that. The other thing that I would also encourage is, I know we've had this discussion before on this channel, when you're pitching to a company, that's not the time to include Instagram links and Facebook links. If you want to do company business, you need your website. You need a portfolio where you can just send them a URL or maybe even a PDF attachment with a portfolio that they can actually maybe even print and tangibly look at, right? Companies, unlike individuals, customers that we deal with most of the time, they may be on social media, they may be on Facebook, they may be on YouTube and stuff like that. But companies go, I don't know about Ghana most, but over here, companies usually will do what we call a bidding process in certain situations, right? In certain situations, they'll also request for quotes and stuff like that. And you need to be able to present them with something. not on Facebook or on social media, but something in a PDF form or even a Word document, whatever you want to present, that you can send to them as part of that page in an attachment. Right? You can send links, but if you want to send links, make sure that links is not going to social media, it's going to your website.
Yes, so Richard, everything I wanted to say, I think these two great guys have said it all. If you want to deal with companies, your first point of call is get a website, have a professional portfolio. Don't go sending them your Facebook link or your Instagram link. They will not see you as somebody who is serious. And then secondly, do a thorough research about the company. What is it that they are currently doing? What is it that you can do better for them to help them? The company is not, they don't really care about, what you are doing. What they want is, of what value will you be to them? That's it. When it comes to company work, they are selfish. They want to know what you are bringing onto the table. So do the research, find out, what they are doing, which you think can be done better by you, the value you are offering them, and then you're good to go. So yes, Wisdom, I'm trying to get the direct link so that you just tap on, and then you'll be good to go. So this is Mix IG. This is Mix IG. I'm bringing Evans on so that you can. I like making things easy for people so that you don't have to now type and then go and search. With this, once you tap on the link, it will just take you straight there. Yeah, I like making life easier for people. So yes,
yes, sir.
Richard, I hope we've answered. So if you have any more questions, please drop. Okay, so guys, everybody in there, you can drop your IG handle so that we can connect with each other. That's what this whole thing is about.
Nikon for life.
Let's get to know ourselves.
See, Evans, we have more Nikonites in the.
Yeah, but do you know what the problem is? I just saw you go change your battery.
Wait, keep quiet.
Yes, Kojoden says Make Photos is also a Nikonite. Yes, Nikon is Charlie. Nikon is sweet.
For me, I'm sticking with my Sony no matter what.
So Evans used to be Canon, and then he went on the bandwagon and went to Sony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've never looked back. I've been loving it.
Those E-mount lenses are going to kill you one day.
Oh, the good thing is that right now, if you shoot Sony, you don't have to mount. You don't have to go to the Sony ones. Sony is the only mirrorless brand right now that have third-party lenses left, right, and center. Like Tamron is offering a lot of good quality glass for half the price of the Sony. So
right. Hey, we are going to get something similar to the Canon EOS utility for web stuff next month. I mean, this month. This is.
I can't wait for that. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, but Ghananie was saying something that they might limit it to maybe only the Z series, or hopefully not.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's gonna be certain cameras. I don't know if
it's known for that.
Yeah, I don't know if the DSLRs can do that though.
They should be able to. Otherwise, they're out of business.
Canon did it with ease, so why can't Nikon do it? Yeah.
Oh, I got another Sony brother in the chats.
Oh no,
yes, Andrew Smith. Sony for life. Yes.
Oh no, they are piling up.
Until Nikon decided to come out with mirrorless, I've always told myself, if I'm moving mirrorless, it's going to be a Sony. Until Nikon decided to go mirrorless, so I'm still staying with Nikon.
I was this close. I was this close to going to Sony, and then I heard the Z6. So this was, last about a year and a half ago. like, you know what? I already have Nikon
sense.
lenses. Let me just stick to.
It makes sense for you guys to stick with
Exactly.
because for me, at the time that I switched, which was like 3 years ago, Canon had no plans of, there was no sign of Canon ever going to do something good.
Right.
So,
With
So
that.
do you regret going Sony? I mean, with the R5, R6 and stuff.
Never. See, the R5, R6 is basically like the stuff we were using with Sony 2 or 3 years ago. They still have a long way to catch up. Right?
That's so deep.
No, it's the honest truth. The R5, right? The only thing that they actually marketed with that would have been better than the Sony camera is the 8K, but that 8K is useless anyways.
Gimmicky.
Right? And
I mean,
and
who in Ghana will shoot 8K?
Now,
even
8K,
here,
if you put it
8K,
on
and
your
8K
computer,
overheats.
it will cripple your computer to begin with. I don't care how fast the computer is, how
Look
many
at that.
proxies you use to use. Yeah.
And the thing overheats in 8K anyway, so you can't really use it even if you wanted to really use it, right? Outside of that, everything they have, Sony have had for the last 2 3 years.
That's
Yeah.
It's unfortunate Catalyst is not here to talk about Sony. Because Catalyst is also one die-hard Sony guy. So it would have been 2 Sonys, 2 Nikons.
But seriously, like I have used Sony's. Like I've worked on different weddings where I was a second shooter and the first shooter just wanted to keep everything consistent and stuff. Those colors, man, the Sony colors, they just don't do it for me. The Nikon colors, they understand color science, and
you know what the difference really is. The Sony colors are actually more accurate. The Canon and the Nikon colors are shifted. So if you put it on a vector scope, right?
Yeah, they are a little too flat. They're a little too flat. It's like
because
these 2 guys are talking deep into video. Some of us are lost.
If I want flat profile, I'll switch my Canon to flat profile, and I'll get those dead.
Catalyst is back. Let me add him.
Charlie, sorry guys.
So
I had to attend to a serious call because the person kept sending me messages and stuff.
We understand. I'm sure he started threatening the way you threatened your courier company.
I don't know what you're talking about. I refuse to comment.
I'm always happy to see Mr. Catalyst, though.
I'm happy to see you too, bro.
I can tell. Before Evans even started showing himself over here, like he was always in the background. Anytime Catalyst starts talking, Evans will be giving Catalyst fans, will be giving him fans.
The man is full of knowledge. When he begins to talk, he knows what he's talking about.
I just decided to join the game because I heard someone attacking my beloved Sony.
There we go.
These E-mount people, Lord help us.
What has Sony done? I want to hear it now.
No. We were talking about how Canon and Nikon went to bed and allowed Sony to take over, and now they are all trying to now chase Sony.
In my opinion, they are still sleeping.
I don't think so. My reason is that Sony has always been for the high-end commercial works. Sony was for the broadcasting people.
Yeah.
With the F something, all those F4 and F7. But then they decided to do something which was smaller, but still commercial, production level. Then they started with the A series. All right, the A series started as an APS-C, right? Crop starting from A6000 or A5000, and then it kept going. It kept going. What happened was, we all know Canon. Canon is still like a consumer level. Canon is like the Android version of the camera world.
While Sony is like Apple's.
Yeah. Not really. Canon produces for everyone. So Canon has a line for students, has a line for family, has a line for professional work, line for production level. They have all those things like the C series, they have the 5D series, they have those numbers, the 600D, 700D, all those little stuff. Nikon has always been for
750D.
photographers. Nikon is just for photographers. Nikon has never been part of
Yes,
the
I
whole
agree.
fight for video.
Video thing.
Until Z6.
That,
It's still
I agree.
trash. I'm sorry, but this is still trash. Here's the thing.
I didn't want to tell you. Somebody else is telling you.
Canon for the years has had the best color science. The best color science, keyword color science. They've never had the best dynamic range. They've had the worst. Now this R5 has a color science, which is good. But unfortunately, it lasted for like a week. And then A7S3 came, and A7S3 now has the best color science. It has the best low light.
It actually has the best dynamic range too.
It has the best dynamic range because it has 13 usable dynamic range, though it has 16 dynamic ranges, but it has 13 usable. Canon still doesn't have that. Forgive me, our lenses are expensive. Our glasses are expensive, but we don't replace them. The G Masters have always been G Masters all over the years.
Yep.
No glass for Sony has been able to replace the G Masters from third party. Canon keeps changing. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark. Very soon they'll finish the name Mark and then they'll start using David 1, David 2.
and Joshua.
It's true. But the thing is, right now, you have R5, which fortunately overheats. So R5 has become the new A7 III.
Not even A7 III. A7 III doesn't overheat. R5 has become the new A5000.
In their defense, though, if you don't use it in those crazy modes like 4K, 120p, and 8K,
what's the point of offering it? If you
here's
can
the thing, Mick, here's the thing. Who will spend $3,000 on a camera just to shoot 1080p?
Yeah.
I would have just gone to buy EOS R.
You have a valid point.
This
point is scale.
Or I'll even buy 5D Mark III. You understand? I will buy an A7S III, not even because of the whole resolution, but just for the fact that in low light, it's way better than everything else.
Right. And
R5 still doesn't give me that. What A7S2 used to give me.
See, the advantage that A7S III has right now is the megapixels. So it's, what happened was for a long time, the camera companies were selling cameras based on megapixels. And megapixels actually don't mean anything. So what happened was as the megapixels started going up, the dynamic range started coming down. But people were not doing research enough to understand. So they would just pay more money for higher megapixels. Now, with lower megapixels, you are even able to get more light into your pictures because the individual pixels are bigger and making it more sensitive to light. And so that advantage now, Sony has just opened a whole new door of secrets that
No, Mick, here's the secret. All right. The megapixels issue has always been there. All right. Ari has 9 megapixels.
Exactly.
And that's the best
for production. For video production, the megapixels are always there because the smaller the megapixels, the more light it lets in. It's video, it's motion. What happens is that these big megapixels are for photography. So Canon wants to have its cake and still eat it. Not the other way around. Not to eat it and still have it. Have it and eat it. because
I
they realize that certain companies, like, Sony has 2 different cameras. If you want video, you have to go for the A7S series. If you want pictures, you have to go for the A7R series. Canon wants to try
I'm now
and then
getting
beat the odds. They started with the 5D Mark II, saying that 5D Mark II can do both video and then pictures. They realized when it comes to pictures, it sucks. 5D Mark II sucks. It was good with video. They came to the 5D Mark III. They realized it was all plastic. Because when you take pictures, it looked plastic-like. And then the videos were, so they ended up becoming wedding photographers' cameras. 5D Mark III.
Oh.
Same for the 5D Mark IV. No,
Is that where they
forgive me.
put the crap stuff?
Forgive me, but it looks like Canon is more for events and pictures at this moment. Someone who wants to go into serious production will either go for the X-T4, Fuji, or they'll go for the Sony A7S III. To go in for R5, that you are going to do some serious video stuff, you are doomed, because when it hits, when you shoot for 30 minutes and it heats up,
you have to wait
you
2
have to
hours
wait for 30 minutes, so you can shoot for 10 minutes.
You put rice on it and it will boil.
It's sad. Like, it's sad for me when people are saying things like, 1, it overheats, 2, it's wobbly at the ends.
Stabilization.
This is terrible. At this moment, my ranking has changed again. It's Sony, Fuji, Nikon, and Canon.
So Andrew was saying that I was just going to ask why no one mentioned Fuji.
Yeah, the X-T3 is a good camera for video. Personally, the reason why I stick with my A7 III and not the A7S series is mainly because I do, let's say, 50-50 video and photos. The A7 III gives me a perfect balance for both. If I go anywhere, I've been shooting 4K 30 consistently at a wedding, and I'll never get a chance of overheating this camera.
You see, you've given out our secret, and I'm very sad, because I didn't want to bring about the A7 series, because the A7 series is what Canon is trying to copy, and they are failing miserably.
They're failing miserably.
I don't know why the Nikon guy is quiet up there.
Oh, I'm not quiet though.
Oh, you're also Nikon.
We just much.
Oh, I'm really sorry for you guys.
Nikon guys pop,
I'm sorry.
And the thing is, like you mentioned earlier about Ari having 9 megapixels. For a 4K image, all you need is 8.5 megapixels to display 4K. For 1080p, all you need is 2 megapixels for 1080p.
Yeah.
Clear 1080p video. So all the extra megapixels, unless you are like a landscape photographer who is trying to crop in and do stuff like that, you really don't need a lot of that. And
the extra megapixels actually bring in noise.
Exactly. No light.
Because now they have to skip the some of the data, right? Because
pixels spinning or something like that. Yeah.
You get pixel bending, and you have a lot of rolling shadow and stuff like that as a result of all those extra megapixels.
Yeah.
The camera still have to process, but really basically just.
But I want to take a minute to appreciate Ghanaian setup.
Oh yes.
There is only one thing I would say about it.
The egg crate. Okay, I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll fix it. This is just by the way. I'll fix it. Okay.
I don't know how accessible or like. If you look behind me, this is my wall that I'm about to decorate for myself. I'm testing the light right now. You see how today I'm not the darkest here. I think my brother next to me is the darkest today.
No, he likes dark image. He likes it dark. Even I think this is even brighter. His first setup, like half of him was
he likes
dramatic light. So,
but Mick, do you do YouTube as well?
Yes. I started just before the pandemic. There wasn't much
Oh,
to do.
then I'll check it out.
Let me tell you, I saw one of Nick's videos. I think he said he used the 135 See, bokeh. I saw the video and I was like, geez, man. The background was creamy. I think he was reviewing a lens. The background was creamy. I was like, this is something I want. So now I'm also going to get a video guy to use 70 to 200 f2.8.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
And then.
But which one do you use right now? Which one are you
Oh,
using
no. Right now I have the 50, the 51.8 there.
I don't know. Somehow I love the 50.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 50
I
is
would
great.
have used the 35 1.4. By the way I set the stuff up, I don't have space here. I would have had to bring it closer, and it would show all the crap in the room. There's crap on this side I don't want to show. So
There's crap everywhere.
I'm using the 2470, and it's very close to me. I can even touch it from where I am. Just because I don't want
there's crap everywhere. That's why I'm blowing out this side.
Hey, that's it, man.
So I use the 50 sometimes, but my space is really tight. And when I use the 50, I have to back it up a little. So I'm just using this one is a 17 to 28.
Oh, okay. Nice. So let me make a small case for the Z6 before we move on, okay?
You can try.
So here's the thing. It's not a big case. For the Z6, if you were not formerly a Nikon person with Nikon glass laying around, then definitely the A7 III is a better choice for you for hybrid shooting. But if there were other reasons that pushed you in that direction, here's what I have to say about the Z6.
Yeah.
It was Nikon's first entry into video. They didn't have any other camera in the video line that they were going to cannibalize on. That they were trying to, let's not do 4K because this one is doing 4K. Let's make it a crop. Let's do this. Let's do that. They didn't have anything. So they just put in all their eggs at that time. And it's the only camera of its size that, well, before A7S III, that can shoot ProRes RAW to an external recorder, right? And the focus issues, a lot of it is user error. Even though it's not perfect, the camera has been set up such that you can actually go and control how quickly you allow the autofocus to shift from face to face so that it's not snap and it looks more like analog shifting, like so that when you're doing wedding videos and stuff, everything is smooth. All those things can be set. When you set it right, it actually works the way it's supposed to work. The 1SD card slot is actually something that took a while for me to get used to. Like I'll be coming back from a wedding and I'll just be shaking like, oh Lord, let me get home and back up this thing before anything happens. But at the same time, the XQD cards are big and very strong. And I mean, it seemed to work pretty well. But of course, if money was not the issue and everything, I would have been a Sony guy. Right now, I'm just trying to make the best of the situation I'm in. That's the truth. That's it.
But don't worry. Very soon, I think from the Z5 upwards, they will now come back with the dual SD card.
Yeah.
But I think the main thing was the QXD card was very much reliable. That's why they thought moving to that with just one card. You are okay with it because it's very expensive.
I think for you guys that already own a lot of Nikon glass, it makes sense to stay, right? At the time that I switched, I did own quite a few Canon glass, but for me, it was a no-brainer at that time because, like, that was like three and a half years ago. There was no chance that Canon was going to do anything meaningful with themselves. Even up to last year, there was no chance that they were going to do anything meaningful. Nikon, I see some improvements with the Z6. I mean, the Z6 were way better than the EOS R, right? And I think because you guys already have the glass, and if you're willing to do the adaptation, then that's fine. But me personally, I hate adapting stuff. When I first moved to Sony, I tried adapting. I tried the Metabones adapter. I tried the Sigma MC11 adapters to convert my Canon glasses, and it never really worked the way I wanted, especially if you want to use autofocus in video, right? But for me, if you're serious about doing video, then you have to learn how to monofocus. Anyways.
But you guys, as you spoke, you all ruled out like nobody touched on the Z7. Like you all focus on Z6, and I'm sure Z7 is supposed to be like a higher version of Z6, right?
See,
Z7 for me is more garbage.
It's just Evans, I'll come get you in Canada. Yeah, for me, but as for the Z7, it just like I said, it's just a marketing trick just to get people to spend extra 1,000. It was just the megapixels. It's double the megapixels of the Z6. And my second shooter on several occasions at the wedding reception, they had to raise their ISO and their pictures were very grainy because of the megapixels. And my Z6 was outperforming the Z7 in low light. So unless you are on a tripod trying to picture, capture a castle or something, a mountain, you don't need the Z7. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty much different.
I thought it was supposed to be like a giant ahead of the Z, but I realized most
everything is the same. The menu is the same. Everything is exactly the same.
Here's the thing, Ghananie. Normally, these companies, they come out with their flagship one, okay? Just like, I think Canon did the same when they came out with their 1DX Mark II, and they outdid themselves. So when even the Mark III came out, there really isn't something new to add. The same with even Nikon when they came out with, is it D4 or something?
I think right now,
is it D4 or something? One of those Ds.
Yeah, the D5.
Yeah, they had a D4 and they had a D5. And I think the D4 was way high in terms of specs. They were trying to also...
people bashed them. I remember people bashed them for not... There was no change. There was no change.
Fuji has tried it before with the XH1 or something like that. These companies keep doing that. They are just like these phone guys. Add one here, add two here, add one here, add two here. Take this out, bring it out next 3 years. You know, and these things. But let me be honest. When it comes to editing pictures, I've tried all the brands before. And the one that I found to be so easy was the Nikon. I like it. I like the images. It was so easy because I really didn't have to do much with the colors. The colors that I got were great. They were uniform. When the hardest one for me was Sony.
That's true.
And I'm so happy, like now I can hold a Sony file and then touch it up and it looks so good. And that makes me feel like I can touch up any other image that I find in my lifetime. But the first time I shot pictures on Sony, I went crazy. I felt like, why? Am I doing video or something? Because it comes out in a way that, you know, when you are used to Canon, you are used to the whole magenta thing. Canon has a whole... I don't know whether they push the magenta onto the sensor. So when you move to Sony, you see the greens. You see the greens very well in Sony. And my eyes are really not good with greens. So like I mostly hated my images every time. I had to convert them. You know, in CaptureOne, you can convert the ICC. I always converted it to Adobe DNG so that I can work neutral. But now, like, things are better. But apart from that, pictures I'll give to Nikon. I think Nikon still has it. But the whole trying to blend the two.
So someone is asking.
The thing is this, right? Most people talk about the Canon cameras, the Nikon cameras. They're good because they look pleasing to the eyes right away. But when you actually put all these cameras and you put them on the vector scope, especially if you're editing video, what you're gonna realize is that the Sony cameras are true to life, right? They're more. true to
Nikon,
life.
we are not video. We are not a video camera, so we accept. When it comes to pictures,
I'm just
we are the
saying,
king.
right? So that's why if you move to Sony the first time, you're gonna have issues. You're gonna feel like
you have to be a pro.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're doing, because right now, whenever I shoot on my A6000, and I compare it to, let's say, my A6400 or the A7 III, the colors are different, right? But with every iteration, the colors has improved dramatically. Right? So it's getting there. Right now,
But I hear the
it's almost
A7S3 has the best color science.
color science so far. That's what I've heard too.
So Canon
Well, it
has
should
lost
still
another
have the
battle,
idea.
and now Canon is carrying the whole stress of overheating. I'm so happy for them.
I mean, when you're going on set, just carry your rice. Once it hits, put it on it.
You know that
It will boil.
5D, do you know 5D Mark III hits as well?
Video or picture?
Video. Charlie, the first time it happened to me, I was shooting with APAC. We were shooting a whole music festival. It was a concert. So the main camera, we had a CF card, a 128 gig CF card in it, focused on the stage. We never touched it. And because it was 128 and we were shooting 1080p, we left it there, it was recording. When we were done, this card couldn't read anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. The camera had heated up. It doesn't go off too. That's the funny thing. So it will, the 5D Mark III will heat up and it won't go off. So whatever card is in it is the one that is going to fill the whole heat. Charlie, we recorded about 110 gig. We lost it all.
Wow.
We sent it here to America. We tried whatever. We couldn't recover anything.
Oh, wow.
Since then, that was the time that I decided to sell all my Mark IIIs. I had 3 of them. I sold everything. I moved. Then we moved to Sony.
Okay.
And I've been in Sony.
I mean, how can you lose 100 and something gig? The main stage camera.
That was the main camera. So luckily for me, I was shooting on a 50 mid-range to the stage. So I was moving a little bit, but I shot more than I should have. So it became almost the main thing that we could use. Wow. I was so sad that day, Charlie. Since then, Canon.
So Andrew is asking about bridge cameras. Personally, I don't know anything about these bridge cameras. So he says he knows Sony has a few of these in the RX10 range. I have no idea what he's talking about. So if you guys have an idea, you can answer him.
So personally, the RX10, RX100s, maybe the RX100s, but the RX10 series, I stay away from them. They have a smaller sensor. Low light, don't try it. In broad daylight, it should be good. But something like the RX100s, I will look at because they're portable, they're smaller, they have good dynamic range as well, but they still sucks in low light. Right. The good thing is that some of the RS 100 models, if you get one of the older, I think is the 4 and the 5, they come with ND filters built in. So if you're a video guy on the go consistently, those ones, some of them, if you're shooting daytime, you should be good with the RX 100 series. But I won't try the RX 10 series.
I think personally, what I don't like, it's a camera that zooms in and out.
Yep.
I personally don't like it.
You want to detach.
It's like you are still in the olden days.
Yeah. I have the 28 to 75 zoom lens Tamron that I use, but I still stick to my 85 every day because I prefer to move around than the lens just I don't know, it feels weird for me when it has to zoom in, zoom out. Yeah. So the Tamron doesn't zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah.
And I think Sigma lenses do not do that as well.
The Sigma I have the 2470. I think maybe because it's an older one, it zooms in and out. You see it moving up and down.
I don't think the new one
Yeah, but my Tamron 70 to 200 doesn't move in and out.
Yeah, so I've had similar problem too.
Oh, so Mick, you are in Texas, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in Sacramento.
Sacramento. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But I'm still new here, so yeah.
Okay. So, how long have you been in the States?
How many months now?
I think December. No, it was in
No, the
January,
first time
right?
was last year, and then I came back in March.
The first time is not part of it.
Okay. March, April, May, June, July, August. 6.
Nice. Are you here to stay or you are here for school?
He's there to stay.
Okay.
He's married. He's there to stay.
All right.
But who knows? You never know.
I'll be
love
joining
Kenya,
you.
so
Where are you in New York?
who? Me?
Yeah.
Sacramento.
No, I'm in Sacramento, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but man, you guys, are you close to the beach though?
Not quite.
I feel
Not quite.
landlocked here in Texas, man.
I used to be in San Francisco when I came in first.
Okay.
So I could go to the beach a lot. But here I go more to the lake sides, Folsom Lakes, all those lakes. There is a lot of landscapes that you will love.
Nice.
I understand
We
what
want to see the
New York.
we want to see the picture
A lot.
You want to see the pictures of what?
of the landscape.
Don't worry, we'll get there. We are still under lockdown. Our
You know,
governor
over
is-
here,
our
our
governor is
landscape
serious.
is
Oh.
so engulfed with
You have to take care of
electricity poles.
yourself.
We have electricity poles, telephone cables, and all over the place. So we can't
But
have good
you
landscape.
Ghanaian, you are close to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am.
So one
It's
day,
okay.
we
All
want
right.
to see the beach.
It's okay.
I'm
Actually, tomorrow I'll be doing a shoot at the beach.
Ghananie, you know that bridge? No, was it a bridge? No, I haven't been there in a long time. But from Accra to Tema, right? There was this
Yeah.
part of the road where it looks like erosion was about to hit the road. How is it looking now?
Yeah. Oh, they fixed they have this sea defense. Now there's a sea defense there.
I used
So
to fear
they
that
put this huge rock.
was going by
Yeah,
there.
they put huge. So now the beach is a bit far away from the main road. So they put these huge rocks as a defense. So
Oh,
don't
is it
worry.
on the Titanic
Tomorrow
road?
I'll be doing. Yeah, it's Titanic. He's talking about
Oh.
Titanic, where the cars park and then people sit on the rocks. So now it's a recreational area. They
Oh,
put,
nice.
now it's nice. Yeah, it's nice now. They have the sea defense. Oh, back then the lagoon used to join the road.
Yeah.
The lagoon joins the road and the sea. But now they've put some is it buffer? Yeah, there's now a buffer between the road and then the sea.
Awesome.
Charlie, then
And
I
they
saw
tried
the-
planting
I saw the-
coconut trees over there, but they didn't survive.
I saw the capture card yesterday. I think it's back in stock.
Oh, you
so-
got it.
No, not yet.
Awesome.
Which one were you looking at?
Okay, so
Uh,
actually they've
Elgato.
extended it.
I won't recommend that though.
Hey,
No, I'm using the Elgato 4K cam link right now.
Yeah, the cam link 4K.
Yeah, but you have to make sure you have a 3.0 USB. Then it works fine.
Yeah, but
No,
the reason
hold
why
on, hold on.
would
Hold on. I have something to show.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
so, you know,
why
yesterday I was
Elgato.
showing you. Some
Oh.
friend brought this for me to test. It's the HD 60F,
60, yeah.
but it uses the Type C, but it's 3.0, and I have not been able to get a 3.0 Type C cable, so that's why I can't use it.
Oh, and for the cam link, if you don't connect it directly and you connect it to a hub, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Like,
Yeah.
It took me several weeks
No,
to figure it out. It will
you
work
know-
for a few minutes and it will freeze. Yeah. So make
So
sure.
the
Okay, so I
reason
think
why
my battery has died again.
for Kobe, I won't recommend the Elgato HK is how much are you paying for it? $300.
No, the Elgato is like 130.
Oh, okay. Because I would say look at the A10 Mini, because the A10 Mini for you at US, I think is $295, but you have the option to expand to 4 cameras later on. So right now, anybody that is investing in capture card, I always tell them to look at the A10 first, because you future-proof yourself where you want to go multi-cam. Because if you go the Elgato, if you ever want to add a second camera, you have to buy a second Elgato.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Kobe, do you have a YouTube?
Yep, he's there. He never posts, but yeah. I've been following him for a while. Okay, I've been waiting to see when he's gonna drop the next video.
You know what? Let's connect after the show. We have a live every Wednesday. We can have you on as a guest sometime.
Sure.
Yeah, we gotta bring him too. You know,
I'm the guest YouTuber.
Yes, and now since Catalyst is closer,
YouTube
you guys will be on the same time zone.
What?
Yeah, what time zone are you in?
Oh,
I'm on PT Pacific time.
Oh, so he's 3 hours behind us.
No, you Evans. Now I'm 1 hour behind you. We used to be on the same time zone, but I moved to.
You're so right now you're 1 hour, but he's Pacific. Pacific is 3 hours.
Yeah, he's just
behind us. So our 7 p.m. would be his like what 3.
No, so wait, I'm 2 hours. He's 2 hours in front of me, Texas, right?
What time is it where you are right now?
Let me see. Oh my God, it's 2:56.
Yep.
Okay, it's 4:56 here where I am, and it's
5:56
where Evans is.
Oh, okay. So I'm 3 hours behind Evans and 2 hours behind you.
You can just WhatsApp me after, so that we'll fix it. You can join me. So just send me a text, WhatsApp me after then, because I'm doing it's a content for YouTube tomorrow at the beach. Nice. I'm doing it with Franco, another photographer. Yes, so I'll record it and then put it on. And then tomorrow also 10 a.m. GMT, a video is going to go on Premiere. So if you
Charlie,
can make
I had
a
lot to do. If I look at Mick's setup right now, I feel like Charlie.
Mick, you know,
Ghanaian, you remember I used to have all these things back in Ghana, right?
So ever since I started like with Mix, right?
The chair.
All I look at is the chair, and I've been looking up upgrading mine.
Yes, Catalyst, your gaming chair. I remember your gaming chair. Mick, the 2 colors. Is it artificial light you put there, or the other colors of the background?
The blue is not blue. I'm just using the
light.
Kelvin on the camera to make it blue. And then my main light, I made it very yellow so that how do I put it? So that it makes the back blue a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's still not very correct on my face, but I'd rather have it this way than.
Yeah. Oh, but if you had the idea of doing that, you should have gotten the tungsten one
gel
instead of the daylight
gel.
Yeah.
Right. No. My main light right now is tungsten.
Oh, it's tungsten.
It's I was telling Evans, like, it's an old light that I rigged. I actually control it with my foot. I can control the
yes,
the brightness. So I'm using my foot to control
me off the hook.
Wow.
I should probably make a video on that.
I have.
No, you guys just enjoy tormenting me. No, you guys enjoy tormenting me. I can tell.
but Ghananie, your video quality has come a long way though. Even from 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
It really has, man. I now look. You know, like, this morning I watched
the Bush Boys.
I watched yesterday's live session, and I was like, "Gee, I have come far."
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I think the eye opener was Evans. The first day Evans joined, I was like, "What?" You know. So this is what I want to rework on my background. I'll take these things off, and then maybe have some frames, and then I wanted to do some shelves, and you know, yesterday some people were suggesting I print some of my work, let's say one here, and then one over here, and then there's this
Oh.
side also. Hey, Catalyst,
Catalyst, is that
I
a
envy
60?
your light. You
Is
know,
that the SL60?
Nice.
No, SL150. SL150.
SL150.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wanted to
wow,
get a 60, but it was
150.
out of
That's
stock.
like,
It was out of stock, and I wanted to get the SLB.
Yeah.
But I mistakenly got the SL. Later on, I realized the SLB.
Why do you need a B?
Because that uses the battery pack.
Yeah, but you know that light is not really going to be that powerful outdoors, though.
No, but if it's like sunset and you want to shoot some video outside,
Oh yeah, sunset.
you can-
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but then I mean, I didn't want to get it for something different, so this is fine. I might get rid of this
originally,
later
I thought about the B, but I realized usually if I shoot outside, it's usually I don't know. I didn't know because it was like twice the price of the SL60, and
yeah,
I was just thinking about, is that battery just worth that extra?
the thing is, I really don't have much space to do my stuff right now because we are still planning to move, and my wife doesn't want me to, you know, turn this place into a whole work on it. So she's going to kill me for that. So I've tried to
Catalyst, you should follow. You should follow Evans's example. Did you see his space that he used? It's under a small staircase.
Oh yeah. My space is
maybe one day you should show
in my house, right? Yeah, I will in my house, right? My house, when you open the entrance door, you go up the stairs. Then the living room is there. Then if you come down the steps again, there is a little basement. It's like it's not really like a basement. It's like a walkout, but you have a second living room there. So that living room outside, it's where my kids play. So I have PlayStation set up there for the kids. They can hang out there. They don't disturb us upstairs. And then I have this place here was supposed to be a storage room. It's actually under the steps. So there's the steps this way, there's the steps that way.
Did you hear that?
And I just converted that space into my work.
This is the space I want to borrow. Just this space, but I'm still negotiating because
I know I had to negotiate and fight the home government for this space.
Yeah.
Ivan said his studio can take only one person at a time. You can't take two people. Can you imagine?
I might be able to fit two people here, but it will be tough. It's enough space for one person at my table.
No, I didn't even know that.
I can't even see the video.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So, Ghananie, I have a question for you. How much space do you have? Can you come a little bit away from the wall?
From the wall, yeah.
Because if you do that, it will blend.
Yes, I'm using my bedroom. So it's one corner of the like close to the window. That's what I'm using. Yes. Now the thing is, yesterday I think it was a bit, and that if I use the 50 mm, I'll be able to, because I'm like 1 meter away from the wall.
1 meter. Oh, that's like 3 feet.
I decided to go wide using the 24 mm. No, that's why, and it's at 2 point. I have a 50 mm 1.4. So if I use that at 1.4, I'll be able to get a background blur.
Right, but that one you have to be still. You can't move because the depth of field will be very shallow.
Or I might even go 1.6, 0.8. So tomorrow's session, I'll try 1.8 on the 50 mm and see how it goes. Otherwise, I'll still change this. This I thought it would look nice, but now it doesn't look that appealing. After looking at you guys with your blurred background, I'm still working on it.
Actually, if you can have it cover the whole place.
Blurred.
If you cover the whole place and don't leave any holes in the back, nobody will be able to tell that it's great. Yeah.
I think these days I'm the only one who has the most terrible video. I understand.
No, your video actually looks pretty good. Yeah.
No, Ghananie is laughing, but one day we'll get there.
No.
Just give me some time.
I remember there was a time for like continuously, you guys kept embarrassing me
We had to.
Like,
We had to. Evans, didn't we have to do it?
We had to force you to upgrade.
And I'm glad you guys did.
You know, now
I'm very glad you guys.
you've just elevated it. That's good.
Yeah. Now you are embarrassing me.
That's the whole point. We all have to help ourselves get, elevate our game.
But I'm really proud, like, being in the midst of YouTubers. Like, it's always fun.
Don't worry, it's fine. That you we gave you up to next week Monday for you to set up.
I won't disappoint. I have some, I'm lining up some good content.
As I'm waiting for my SL60, I have this LED light, so I just put it in the 80 cm softbox with the the diffusion. So that's what I'm using as
but
my
it looks
key
good.
light.
It looks great.
Yeah, man. So as Ivan said, he likes the way we use what's around us to get because of COVID, things don't even come in the country. So it's difficult getting stuff to buy. But I contacted GoPixel. They said they were out, like everybody is out of stock for that light. Can you imagine?
Yeah, it just came in to B&H yesterday. They sent me an email because I registered for back order.
Okay,
I
Kobe.
just saw the email. Yeah.
Andrew is asking, where did you get your gaming chair? I think I saw some.
The game, right? Game. I got
I saw some. I normally see some with these people who bring sofa from US. They normally have these, but then they overprice them, Charlie.
Exactly. I got mine from Game, but I think you can get some from Tema when you go to those furniture guys who import.
Yes. It was even Spintex. I saw some at Spintex, but once they hear gaming chair, hey,
mine was expensive, but it was cheap. Like the material was cheap, and I was so upset. By the time I left Ghana, Charlie, the thing was something else.
Actually, I'm using it for videos. I don't like the way it's high because when I put a backlight as a hair light,
then it's cut it off.
And then the shadow casts on my shoulders. So yeah. It had to.
I will see. YouTube is a challenge for me because of my technical knowledge. Like, I don't know how you guys do it, but I'm petty on certain technical stuff.
No, Ivan's explained that thing before. He is technical, so he wanted everything
to be perfect. If you go that way, you're never gonna get there. Because I'm from an IT background, so I always like the technical stuff. And when I got into photography, I love the technical aspects, playing with the gear, trying to push my gear to the highest limit, right? Because that's what I know. But after a while, I realized that it doesn't matter. The whole thing is to push it out there.
Yeah.
And I learned that from one of our friends that we did the show on Wednesday, Paul. When I first got to know Paul, all his videos, when I look at them, I didn't like them. Because Paul will just shoot and you see that the background is in focus, he's not in focus, and he will still post that video. And I was like, how is Paul just pushing it out there, right? He didn't care. What he cared most about was the content. He cared more about the story he has to tell. And I learned from him that it doesn't always have to be perfect. It's more about the content.
And all the people who are making it big on YouTube, they will tell you that they wish they had started earlier. Every one of them.
Yeah,
I know I'm going to say that.
They wish they had started years ago. So
I'm going to say that, and Ghananie is going to tell me his piece of mind.
I told you so.
No, but Catalyst, even in the photographers GH, I've been telling Elex. I started telling Elex from December when we were doing that 24th Vlogmas.
Yeah,
I met him at the mall. I was like, look, this is you can even start now. Start it with the Vlogmas. Just be vlogging. This is the time for you to fool around. It's all about vlogging. So just hold your phone, record some 5-minute vlog, post it. Let people start knowing that this is what you're doing. With time. I've always said it. Okay, I want to get this. I used to watch Matt Granger. He would just put one camera here, put one here, when he's done, just put them together. You could see that this camera was looking at this camera. He doesn't care. He was just posting, and I enjoyed the content.
Yeah.
Now he's traveling the whole world with his perfect setup. You see?
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's one of the things that held me back the most from growing at the beginning. When I first started, I would post one video and I'll be my own worst critic. Like, this doesn't look good. And then that will prevent me from posting for the next 3 months. You know what I mean?
You didn't have a stutter. Wow. I have a stutter. So sometimes I'm like, I have to go and cut it all out. And then after a while, I stopped cutting it out. And then when I realized that I stopped cutting it out, it was just more genuine, more true of me. You understand? And people don't care about that. You know? Yeah. And even when I had less than 200 subscribers, I still got free stuff. I have free iris lens, a free lens adapter. I can adapt any Canon to any Nikon Z body.
Wow.
You know, I just got Evans. I was telling you, I got the V 860 Google Doc. I got two of them to test out, and so all the free stuff. Even though I'm not making any real money off of it, I'm getting the goods. So yeah.
And like I said, before I even got monetized on YouTube, I was still making a lot of money, right? Not from YouTube, but just affiliate links.
So I should have met you guys earlier. I should have met you guys earlier.
I started earlier. Only a few months ago.
Yeah, I started affiliate over a year ago.
All three of us here have testimony. You need to listen to us.
Don't do this today. Ghananie, don't do this today. Not today.
I waited till I got monetized before I got an Amazon affiliate link. Catalyst, you can get your affiliate link today and start.
Put that grade on.
These are some things I wish I knew.
See, for Catalyst, I see your journey being easier because you even haven't posted anything yet, and you're already a little bit over 20 or 50 grand.
You see,
right?
You see that,
and you already have the connections. This is the thing, right? When I originally met Mick and I messaged him to start doing something together, right? It was like I was doing my stuff on my own, but I realized that there is power in unity. You get what I mean? Like we were talking about collaboration. When you on YouTube, you're collaborating with other people, you're showing up on other people's channels, you're commenting on other people's videos, you're helping other people grow, right? People also notice you and you also grow.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. You've been here with Ghananie for so long. Since I started, I always see you here, you're in here helping, assisting. People already know you and they know what you're capable of. Right, your channel will be easy to just take off.
If we are not here, Ghananie will misbehave. So if Zhiyun is not here, I'm here to manage him because we are his managers.
I really appreciate it. I really. In fact, see, you guys have really, made this what it is today. During the lockdown, I was like, okay, let me just do live retouching. So all I was doing was just broadcast the screen. I didn't even care about me showing. I just wanted them to see what I was doing on the screen. Then I think me said, oh, you can use OBS for so that you also appear in and all that. So that's what I was doing during the lockdown. It got to a point I was like, I'm tired of people seeing only me. It became like boring. Only me talking. I couldn't hear anybody. Like I was just talking. I didn't know whether people were paying attention or not. I was like, no. Let me find ways and means of adding people to it. Then Neil was like, oh, use StreamYard. It's easier. So I tried with Stella, like a couple of people, and it was so smooth. I was like, geez, this is what we are going to start doing. So then I didn't even care about the video. I was using my webcam with no light. Then later I was like, well, let me just add some. I had this China selfie light, something small like that. I added until later, Zhiyun started bombarding me, your light, your background, your this. Then Catalyst added his voice. Then Mick Evans was the last straw. He showed his video, and I was like, no.
That was 1 month ago, right?
Yes, I was like, no way. no, I can't continue like this. I have to do something. Then I started using my studio. I thought, oh, I did some change. These guys were like, it's even worse. I was like, damn, these guys, why?
See,
You know?
that's the good thing about having friends doing the same thing you're doing, right?
Yeah.
This week, the guys on our show, me, Mix, and the other two guys, we challenged ourselves that we're going to push each other to at least try to post one video a week. Right? The first week, Mick blew us all out of the water. He was posting every day.
Like Mick has been posting. I'll be there and I'll get a notification. I'm like, Mick, does this man sleep?
You know what happened? I don't get so many views. So when the Z5 was the Z5 that came out, and then that night I was going to sleep, and I saw that it came out, and I read the specs and I said, I have something to share about this. So I just made a quick video, and then I went to sleep. When I woke up, 1,000 views. And then I'm like, okay, how do I make the most of this?
Yeah.
So as the days were going, now it's like it's past 2,000, you know. So I just made more because people, after they watch that video, they will now go to your channel and see, okay, who is this guy?
Who is this guy? Yeah.
What is he about?
Is he an expert? That's exactly what I was telling Ghananie about last week.
Yeah. So when you start,
R5 is out, A7S3 is out. You know,
it's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people like gear. If you talk about gear, ask Evans. Evans does a lot of gimbal stuff.
Yeah,
and then he'll be getting.
If I show you guys this space,
7,000 views.
If I show you guys behind me, that's why I always use headshot, because if I show you guys behind me here,
about to switch.
If I show you guys behind me, you see the gears.
Yeah.
Look at my table.
Yeah.
You guys see my table. My table is a mess over there too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, people like gear.
You are hoarding.
Gear.
And you see, the thing is, over there, it's easier getting access to these things to review. Here, that the R5 comes out and it takes how many years before it gets here?
You don't need to get a hand.
But that's
we don't even have a
that's the interesting thing. As soon as they announce it, nobody expects people to have it.
Right.
So you can talk about it and people will want to listen.
Exactly.
You understand? Now people are beginning to have the A7 S3. Oh no, the R5. So it's not even fun to talk about it. They want to see it. You understand? So this is the point where all those camera review is coming out. But initially it's just the specs review, you know.
They were just
and if you guys see my channel, right? What I have started doing is that on the day of the announcement, I do a live stream with the announcement.
Yeah.
Through OBS. So all I do is in OBS, I do a screen capture of whatever site is doing the actual stream. And sometimes I just come in there, do a little bit of commentary about it. And those videos do really well because people want to watch the announcement live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I do that as well.
I think I watched the R5 on yours. Actually.
Yeah. So, and I did the same thing for the A7 A7S3 too.
S3.
And what happens is that people come in and they watch. Some of them will subscribe. Some of them want to do the knowledge, right? So you don't really have to have the camera to do. Now
I see the trick now. I see. So I was a bit. I was like, about Catalyst, what is he thinking? The R5, I don't have it.
It's because YouTube
I don't have it. What did you expect?
YouTube sets the algorithm for it.
Yeah.
So anyone that talks about R5 shows up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the companies pay for that.
Yeah.
So Canon will pay for R5 to show that week. Everyone. So almost everyone that I subscribed to who had R5 in their caption, it showed.
Yeah, I noticed that for me. Charlie, I noticed as soon as I was like, wow, I went to see the thing, the views were I was like, geez, man.
That's how it is. It's just like that for the NAB shows and all of that. As soon as there's an NAB show, you just go there, you take 1 or 2 videos. It's always going to pop up in the.
Okay, now I'll watch out for the gear announcement. I'm praying Nikon also do something. Since I already use Nikon, I can talk about Nikon. So I pray they release something nice so I can talk about.
The releases are over. The next one is September, right? I think September is when iPhone is going to release their 12.
Yeah.
And probably an A7 IV.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
I don't know, man.
I'm just waiting for that one.
I would slow down, let people buy the A7S3, use it, for a while before they bring something new.
The difference between Sony and all those other people is that Sony knows that the market is there for each of their brands, and their cameras are not like so tied in, right? So people will still get them. Everybody, because each of them have different purposes. Because the A7S is a video camera. The video guys will get it. The A7R4 people will also get it. Hey, we were supposed to be here for 1 hour.
I thought my timekeeper has left. My timekeeper
she left.
She left. That was when I took off the topic for discussion, because we had exhausted that 1 hour. So I just had to take it off so people know that now we are doing our normal sitting. Which this is like much more enjoyable. Most of the time I feel so tired coming here. I tell myself, look, 1 hour and you are off. I get here, I see you guys, and it's like there's no tiredness anymore.
Yeah, it's fun to, since we're all doing similar things, just to talk about stuff. Yeah. So Ghananie, I have a question for you. You spoke about you made a comment that I should consider using CaptureOne instead of Lightroom. Expand on your point.
Awesome.
Wait. No. Michael, don't do it.
No, I need him to move to CaptureOne.
But you're gonna ruin the video that is coming.
Oh, you have a video coming?
No, I have videos.
There's a video for 1 month.
Yes, there's a video, but then I need him. I'll just give him a brief something, to ginger him. You see, the thing is, most people are of the view that CaptureOne is for studio work. CaptureOne is for portraiture. It's not good for events and all that. But Mick, when that video drops, you realize that I've been sitting on this gold for too long.
Mick, I disagree.
Thank you. Let's go.
See, since I got to, I've never used Lightroom. I've always used Adobe Premiere Pro, even for my events. So when I got to know about CaptureOne, I went through and I was like, and when I got all those things, people still said, oh, CaptureOne, I use it for my studio work. But when I have to do events, I do it in Lightroom because I can synchronize. You can synchronize in CaptureOne. You just do the edit for one, copy the adjustments, select all your images and paste. Finito. Then now you can go through individually for those that maybe, it's normal, especially if you're shooting TTL with flash, some will be brighter than some. So you just go through those that need cropping or those that need, and people say, oh, Lightroom, I can just do presets and apply to all. You can do presets in CaptureOne. It's even easier in CaptureOne to do presets. You can save your own presets, download presets. The only thing is because
now
Lightroom has been there for long.
CaptureOne ambassador too.
Okay, disclaimer.
I've been a CaptureOne ambassador.
I've never
no, this is unofficial.
Yeah,
unofficial CaptureOne.
I've never used Lightroom. I've never used Lightroom to work, for work before.
I really wish one day they would find me out.
I love CaptureOne.
Me too.
I know all the details in CaptureOne. I wouldn't say CaptureOne is better than Lightroom because of one thing. Because now Lightroom is synced with Camera Raw. You understand? So you can create presets in Lightroom and use in Camera Raw and vice versa because of the XMP files.
But I don't use Camera Raw anymore.
Wait, relax. Now, when I take Camera Raw and compare it to CaptureOne, the only difference I see is the fact that CaptureOne now has the opacity slider. So you can work on another layer and then reduce the opacity. So you can do color grading, real-time color grading on it, which is good. That's the only thing I love there. What I don't love is I can't really import a specific color grade that I'll be able to do in, for instance, Adobe Resolve, or in Premiere or in Lightroom or Camera Raw into CaptureOne. That's my only problem.
Wait, I thought CaptureOne support lots.
I'm sure you're working at it.
What?
I thought they
support lots. Yes, now they support lots because there was a tutorial on how to import.
I think I had tried it. Yeah. So
when you import the LUTs, all right, you can import the LUT, but you don't have that flexibility to tweak it too much. I've tried it before. I have cubes. I'll
research on that.
I have cubes.
I'll research on that.
If you see my CaptureOne, I have a lot of cubes because I bought even some of their looks and everything. But when you use the LUTs colors, you can't really tweak them because it embeds, it changes the whole ICC. For some reason.
For me, the thing that sold me on CaptureOne, even though I'm not using it 100% yet, was that a couple of years ago, maybe a year or so ago, I was researching alternatives to Lightroom because I wanted to stop paying Adobe on a monthly basis. Right. So when I came across CaptureOne, I started doing some research. When I bring the same image, and I put that image in Lightroom and CaptureOne, instantly you could see a big difference. But you brought in the same raw file.
Big difference. Not big, huge.
It's huge. Like the quality that you will see from that same image in CaptureOne compared to Lightroom, it's as if Lightroom is basically kind of taking away some of your sharpness and stuff, like out of the picture.
Yeah, and it's because Lightroom doesn't have camera profiles embedded in them. So it picks the image and it converts it into Adobe DNG for you to work with. But then CaptureOne has the ICC compatibility thing. So it takes the camera profile and then it uses that same profile on it. So the colors and everything.
Let me add something real quick before you continue.
Yeah.
Lightroom's latest update actually allows you to select the camera from which the pictures are coming.
But
it doesn't matter.
That's the issue. It makes you select.
No, but even when you select, right? I did a video on that when I did the what's new. But even though you giving you that option, even though it's giving you that option to select what camera it's coming from, it's basically just applying Adobe's own profile that is done to match the camera.
Forget about these color things and all that too.
Yeah.
There are some basic things that will make you want to use CaptureOne. Let me give you one basic one. One basic one. No, not color. Forget color and technique. Just one basic thing. Now let's say Elon, you work on you did a portrait session, right?
Right.
Now you need to deliver 3 different formats to your clients. One for social media.
Right.
One for their website.
One for
print. In Lightroom, you need to export these 3 different types. You know that, right?
Right. Create virtual copies.
In CaptureOne, you set up your recipe. All you have to do is select this, select that, and then export. It creates 3 different folders with 3 different names for you automatically. Can Lightroom do that? No.
But Mick, here's the thing. One wonderful thing about that recipe is when I am exporting my images, I always export one into my website folder because I'm trying to build my website. So any folder any pictures that I think is portfolio worthy, I have a recipe for that. As soon as I take that recipe, that folder goes there. One of it will go there. One goes into. I have one for Instagram post. It goes there. with my logo and everything on those images. The one to the website doesn't have my logo and all of that. Now let me give you one thing about CaptureOne that as soon as you hear it, you know it's yours. One, the layers. All right, you can create a layer.
Okay.
When you create a layer, you can have a fill on that layer, which means you can use mask on that layer to affect a specific site. After you are done with that, you can reduce the opacity on that layer.
Okay.
Apart from reducing the opacity on the layer, you can reduce which part of the image should be affected, whether it's the highlights or it's the shadows.
Okay.
Based on sensitivity.
All right. Let me tell you how you can do that in Lightroom. So
do you have a layer in Lightroom?
No, but let me tell you how you can do it in Lightroom. Listen.
You don't have a layer. You can't control that particular layer.
You can create layers. So Lightroom, you can actually use.
Wait, I can use the Photoshop.
No, in Lightroom, you can use.
But you can do that in CaptureOne.
Let me explain how you create the layers in Lightroom. You use.
Oh, it's too.
Allow.
So here's the thing: for the brushes, right? You have the range mask on the brush, and the range mask you can use the luminosity mask. So I can make my brush very big and just click once on the whole image, and then
CaptureOne does that.
The darks and or only the whites, and I can pull the luminosity mask until it selects whichever luminosity I want.
Okay.
That you can get another brush on the mix. Okay, and then
I get it though.
Wait. You guys are. I want him to get into that corner. I'm waiting for him to get into the second corner.
You think totally like tomato. He's waiting to squeeze you.
Oh, I want to be squeezed, all right. I want to be convinced that I need to be squeezed.
Yeah.
So the same as color, you can brush the whole image, okay? And just instead of luminosity mask, you can go and select a color mask. And you can select up to 3 colors. No, it's up to 5 colors that those colors will be selected. So let's say you want to work on a part of an image, which is green. Don't waste time. Just make a really big brush and then go and select the 3 different types of greens you see there. It selects them, and then you can work on those. So each of these is
CaptureOne makes No, this thing you are talking about.
Finally,
you know I'm a Lightroom user too. I'm telling you.
Finally, with a big brush, you can also work on select the depth. So you just brush the whole image and you pull the slider based on the depth, as in what is in focus and what is not in focus. So you can, in that instance, you can actually blur the background just a little bit, or make the sharp part a little sharper. So I mean, all these are brushes which are like layers. Okay.
Now, one question.
Like.
Oh, relax.
Go on.
So let's pick the color mask.
Yes.
When you pick the color mask, can you focus on just the shadows, or you have to actually paint into the shadows? How precise is that?
It's quite precise. It gives you
white.
And after you are done painting, okay, when you want to reduce the amount, it means you have to erase it.
Well, yeah, you have to select that particular brush and then
erase it.
You can erase it with a low flow eraser.
But you have to erase it.
Mix into a corner.
Look at that.
No,
you have to erase.
Put the flow on your eraser very low, and then you have full control.
But how do you know how much you've erased?
Oh, you can always, when you are working with the brush, you hit the O on the keyboard, and then the orange mask is on.
Not the mask. How much? What percentage?
Oh, you don't know.
You see it. You see, in CaptureOne, you're able to see it based on the opacity. You understand?
Photoshop. Yes.
So CaptureOne is like a blend. It's like
you're working on Photoshop.
You know
exactly.
what?
Blend options.
We will settle this matter.
And
settle this. We'll have Salom perform a task with Lightroom, and we will perform the same task in CaptureOne.
No, if we are going to,
I think seeing is
I
believing.
keep telling you that your comparisons are wrong. If he's bringing Lightroom, we have to bring something like alien exposure.
Oh.
Yeah, because it does the same thing and even does it better. Exposure has layers. That Lightroom doesn't even have.
You guys, man, Lightroom, man.
See, I've never used.
No. We don't want to hear Lightroom.
I used it for the Nike shoes.
I have never installed it.
The Nike shoes.
I have never used it.
Mm-hmm. I pay for Adobe. Unfortunately for me, I pay for Adobe because I like all the other things.
Photoshop and the Lightroom.
But then I've used it once just for a Nike shoe that I shot, and then I use Lightroom. I love it when it comes to ease of, coloring and all of those things. But then if I want to do precise color grading when it comes to portraits and everything, I have to go to CaptureOne. I'm sorry. I love CaptureOne. All my videos have been CaptureOne.
I have never used CaptureOne. I have just learned to make them.
This is what I will recommend you do. Download the free 30-day trial of CaptureOne before you come back on this show and explain yourself.
Yes. And Mick, I've made it easier. I have a series of CaptureOne tutorials from beginning to the end. So I have a whole playlist for CaptureOne tutorials.
I need something like that. Yeah.
You see, that's what
if I tell you the problems I'm able to solve in Lightroom, well, it's just because I use it a lot.
Yes. So imagine what I would say is this: you can solve anything because you're used to the program, right?
I might take more time.
You can solve it.
But you're solving it the hard way.
CaptureOne makes it easy. The thing that it will take you 10 clicks to do in Photoshop, you can. In Lightroom, you do it with one click.
He was talking about having, if you want 3 different variations of green, you have to paint all the 3 different. In CaptureOne, you just select a one and then widen or close the.
I feel for you. Like, I'm so sad right now that my brother is going through all of that.
Welcome.
Forgive me, my banter is very strong. My banter is really, really strong. So
this is fun, actually. See, I wanted him to make his case. You understand? So, so that it's not, because for me, time is of the essence.
For me,
no, but when you learn to use CaptureOne, you will appreciate time. It makes things easier.
So Mix, you know how we use you know how we use the brush to soften the skin and stuff, right?
Right.
It's so easy in CaptureOne. That's the first thing I learned in CaptureOne. And I can do it quicker than I can ever do in Lightroom, even though
I select only the skin in one click. Can you do that in CaptureOne?
Yes.
Yes.
One click. Just one click, and it does a better job.
There is a but. Me, I like being honest. CaptureOne is memory intensive.
Okay.
That's because it was created. See, let me say the truth and let me be free. Because it was created for phase 1 cameras.
Yep.
Before they decided to allow everyone to commercially use it. So it's memory intensive. But it's good because once your memory is good enough to hold it, some of the files that will normally crash in Lightroom, especially with these new cameras, these 50 megapixels and 100 megapixels, in CaptureOne, you can work on it easily because phase 1 cameras are known for their 100 megapixels.
Yeah.
So if you are looking at, which I always advise, going full commercial, which is every photographer's dream, learn CaptureOne right now so that when you get there, it's easy. Because when they call you for a commercial shoot, you will never tether your system to a Lightroom.
Never.
It will be to a CaptureOne. And there is also a way you can connect the Capture Pilot, all right, from your phone. So there's something called a Capture Pilot, where during this time of pandemic, you just connect. It's just something wireless, nothing much. So whilst you are shooting, into CaptureOne, someone
Going on
can
your
see the
iPad.
pictures on the phone or their iPad
Or
or
the
wherever they want it by just connecting to an IP. That's all. So it's really good.
Since I found out about CaptureOne, originally the reason why I found out about CaptureOne was, well, I was looking for a replacement for Lightroom, but then I was also looking at doing tethering in Lightroom, and the process to get Lightroom to work properly when you tether was ridiculous. Then I found CaptureOne.
And I was in a church directory, and the church had about 400 people, and I tethered in Lightroom, and I had so many issues. So I went from tethering to I shoot it out, and I take the cards out, and I give it to my assistant to show them on the computer.
Oh,
And then,
no.
You just use the Capture Pilot, and then you are fine. So normally,
So
what I
this is
do
the
is
Capture Pilot on my iPad.
yeah. So normally, what I do is that's
So
how
I
I
should
select my
give this to the
images.
makeup artist.
nice.
When I upload my images into CaptureOne, I just use the Capture Pilot to set it up wirelessly. So when I'm sitting in the living room or something, I'm just on my phone and then I'm selecting my images by rating them.
You see?
It
Easy.
makes your life so easy.
Well.
Tell join
In the case.
join CaptureOne.
I've been wanting to switch to CaptureOne for the last 1 year. The only reason is that when I first looked at it, their library section wasn't that strong. And that's why I'm still waiting for Ghanaian's tutorial.
It's actually strong.
Editing.
You will love their library even more than Lightroom. The whole catalog thing doesn't work.
Yeah.
So you can actually work on your pictures whilst they are in your drive without it even affecting it.
In fact, you can even go offline. You can, if you work from your external drive, you can just load the pictures, leave your external drive somewhere, work offline. Once you connect, it will sync everything.
Yeah.
And then now they've made it possible that you can import Lightroom catalogs into CaptureOne. They made the move easy for you. I mean, Mick, you won't have a problem. You just move your catalogs from Lightroom straight to CaptureOne.
Shout outs. you all.
I mean, every new software takes a little bit of a learning curve, right? But once you get
now
used to it, I see CaptureOne
now it's easier. Because there are
and guess what, Mick?
Yeah.
One thing you will love is you can arrange the tools the way you like. So for me, most of the tools I've arranged it in a way that when I go to this tab, I know it's just for color grading. So you can move them around. My sharpening is just right below my exposure.
Okay.
So as soon as I correct the exposure, I sharpen the image, then I go to clarity, then I move to the next tab, then I do my color correction, then the next tab.
We have a convert. I just got a convert.
Oh, man.
A link to my CaptureOne playlist. I made about 13 videos.
Okay.
13 tutorials to CaptureOne.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I gotta go through them and launch my CaptureOne again. I haven't launched CaptureOne in years, but I haven't. I bought the full version, so I have it installed, but I haven't really used it a lot these days.
You love it, you love it. Anytime I go to Lightroom, when I open it up, I feel like I've opened Snapseed or something, so I just leave. The reason is that I just don't like easy clicks. Like, right on the left in Lightroom, you have all these presets you can click, and then life goes so easy.
I just collapse those things. I don't use those ones too.
Yeah, I just don't like it, because in CaptureOne the adjustments tab is somewhere like that's the last thing you even think about. And even with that, you can put it on a layer and reduce your opacity and all of those things. So
I mean, if you don't want this, what do you want? Soon, have you gone back to sleep?
Oh man, the speed editing in
guys,
man.
I gotta run. The home government is calling. Work to be done.
Okay, so I think I've posted a link. I don't know if you guys can see it. I've posted my playlist to CaptureOne.
Haven't seen it yet.
I don't. Okay, let me check it again, and then see. But I've posted it in there. I don't know if because it's supposed to show. Okay, all the same. Let me try using the MacBook to post it. But you guys need to move to Capture. You know, when I started, I asked Ben Bond, Charlie, how do you get your colors popping like that? All he said was CaptureOne, and that was it. I went online to research, and back then, you know, they just started fresh, so they didn't have tutorials. They didn't have many tutorials on CaptureOne, so I had to rely on their official YouTube page. They were not posting much like now. Now they do live sessions and all that, and it's so sweet, man.
No, it's because
And
they didn't
now we
care.
have
It
individuals
was for
coming.
the ambassadors. So
Now they really I talk to people and they're like, wow. They go and check it and they're like, this is lovely. So Wisdom, encourage them. That's my my playlist. That is my playlist on Capture. I have about 13 videos. I wanted to do 31 days of CaptureOne, each day one video about CaptureOne, but Charlie, it was tedious. Hey! So I did about 13 videos of CaptureOne. Everything from beginning, from when you install, how to create a catalog, how to do basic corrections, everything. In fact, you can even retouch a full portrait using CaptureOne. Mick, are you aware? You can do that. From blemish removal.
I do a lot of stuff in
Smudge and burn.
Rarely go to Photoshop except if an image I want to do some extra stuff to. So,
now you love CaptureOne.
So now that you guys are making me want to search CaptureOne, what kind of videos am I gonna make now? I'm gonna stop all my Lightroom videos.
no.
Yeah,
you can edit both
CaptureOne video.
because you are not being paid, so you can edit both.
yeah.
Okay, so you see, Seun doesn't really like my matter, but see what he's saying. He's saying Ghananie and my nephew helped join CaptureOne, and I'm loving it. I got more clients. You hear that? Salom, you hear that?
I hear what? We'll see.
And so people still say my work has improved. You see, you hear that? Please move to CaptureOne. It makes your work easier. Whether you shoot events, weddings, studio, CaptureOne makes things easier. If you shoot more studio, use CaptureOne. When you theta, and then you use the Capture Pilot, it makes it easier. So when I'm shooting for a makeup artist, I just give her the iPad. So she doesn't come near my laptop. So I see everything on my laptop and she sees it on the iPad. She does the selection, everything on the iPad, and it syncs it to my laptop directly. See, it makes it easier. Charlie? Oh, no. If I even have to do a tutorial on how to theta.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna run out. I have to head out.
No, we are running out. We are all going.
We are going.
Yeah, we are all going.
All right.
Guys,
So,
thank you very much.
Thank you for hosting us, Ghananie.
So
Yes, we said 1 hour, but we are almost 3 hours. Wow.
I know. You see, when you said 1 hour, I told you on this channel 1 hour is not enough.
I keep telling you.
Very soon, I'll set everything up. Then I'll leave you guys here to do your thing. When you're done, then it's off.
You can add the password.
Look at you. I know you're looking for the password, but I won't give it to you. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for being part of this. It's been
Mick,
very,
I'm going
very
straight
lovely.
to your page, eh?
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
What
Mick has some lovely videos there. And then, hey, as for Evans, Campo, we don't even see.
Evans is done.
My channel is like nothing much. Mix channel is the
Nah, man. I started. I'm learning from you, man.
Evans is done. Cheers.
Hey. Okay, so guys, we'll be back here again tomorrow. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT. We'll be back again. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening. Soon, tomorrow, don't sleep.
Thank you.
All right. Good night, everybody.